Oh, wait. That's a vampire therapist. Yay. Let us do a new game. Vampire Therapist is a comedy game about immortal undead processing historical yet personal traumas. Reference to historical violence and oppression may be upsetting to some. This game was developed in consultation with licensed therapists. But should not be considered as a substitute for therapy unless you're a vampire. Instead of paying money, you're paying blood. Just a little bit.
And I'm a dead man. Well, kind of dead at least. See, I'm a vampire.
A country vampire.
Now, if you think that means all that Dracula hooey, like hissing, wearing skin-tight leather, and hunting mortals for sport, I wouldn't blame you one bit. That's exactly the sort of thing I did in my younger years with my former gang. And let me tell you, a vampire who's good with a gun can be a real terror.
I swear that's another game.
I got lucky, though. I met some kind mortals who saw beyond my fangs. They taught me my letters and showed me how my thinking was keeping me from finding any kind of peace.
It's the best.
After they passed on, I roamed America's majestic wilderness for nigh on 90 years, figuring out myself and what it means to be a vampire. And I found revelation.
He found himself.
What I realized was, it ain't fangs that make us monsters. It's the self-defeating ways we think. Anywho, as the world started getting smaller, my old vampire gang tracked me down. Them being my kin, I wanted to help them see the world like I did, but they still have the
help
same
them
monster
grow.
mindset I used to have. Good thing I'm a quick draw.
I mean, therapy or death.
Internet thing and found a vampire who's helping my kin find their way. Fella named Andromachos, supposed to be 3,000 years old.
That's from 1989.
Come out to Europe to learn from him. I figure someone older than time has got to have the answers. I'm going on a trip, I guess. This feels like my opportunity to do some good in the world. I've been lucky, and now it's time to give back.
Where are you going in Europe, though?
Ain't monsters. Or at least, they don't have to be. And come hell or high water, I'm gonna prove it to them.
I may be just a simple country vampire, but I think that your problems stem from your father. Europe. It's my favorite thing when Americans go, oh, I'm in Europe. I'm like, where? Where?
Well, I think this is the address. Number 27, Clean Flitter Mouse Streeb.
Alright, I finally made it in my car. Ah! Yeah. Drive safe. I'm glad you're not on a train anymore that smells like piss. It's good. Do I go down here, actually? Maybe down here? I don't know. I'm in the way either way. Also, let me change that now. I am clubbing. I am clubbing.
Sure is a hell of a lot of ruckus for this time of night. People stay up late here.
Beautiful.
Wait a minute. These folk are vampires. Better watch yourself.
This is just making me want to watch True Blood again.
Guten Abend, folks. Sprechen Sie English?
Small Bat Street in Germany. The fucking is that what it translates? Small Bat Street in German. Fucking beautiful. You mean where? In Europe? Where in Europe could you be? Where?
Ja, hello, Alta. Are you here to party with us at the hottest club?
Oh my god, they look amazing. Europapa. Okay. Right. Tell them you're here. You have a hair in your mouth. Tell them you have a hair in your mouth. Tell them you're here to party. Ask about the dress code. Ask about Andrew Matches. Ask about the club. I want to party, I think. Or do we ask about the club? I think we ask about the club. Let's ask about the club.
What's so special about this club?
Oh, I gotta click.
Nacht is the greatest club aller Zeiten. The owner makes sure everyone has a good time.
If anyone acts without respect, they are banned from the club forever.
That's good.
You are free to do and be whatever you like, as long as you are harming no one.
Okay.
And I hear that they are now attracting sexy old cowboys.
I'm not old. I am just mature, like a cheese.
Shh, Maxie. He is old enough to be your grandfather.
Oh, come on now. You're just flattering me. I'm only a couple 100 years old.
He's not that old. Always Night, the same night. Is Always Night is the name of the club. Thank you for translating, because that's actually cool. A cool little, like, I love it. I love it. I love it. We party. We are here to party.
Oh mein Gott, he is so cute, Reinhard. Can I keep him?
Okay, we're gonna say we're here to party.
I can cut loose. What kind of party is this?
The kind where we dance all night and get sexy.
Oh, here are them kind of vampires.
Ach so, there are better things to suck than blood, oder?
Oh, oh, oh,
Uh,
oh, oh.
Also, we have to get past the bouncer first. If we do not,
Smash.
everything our night is ruined.
We could get past the bouncer, show a bit of shoulder. When in doubt, show a little bit of shoulder, you know?
oh, wait a sec. There's something about what she just said. I can feel it. It reminds me of one of my revelations about the funny patterns in the way we vampires think.
Oh my god, can we give them couples counseling? Oh, I don't think they, well, every couple could use the couples counseling because it just helps you, makes it all healthy. But still, I want to do it.
Well, let's see. One type of thinking I noticed I called hot branding. That's when we brand ourselves with names we can't get rid of. There's high noon mind. That's when we treat a situation like it's a do or die showdown.
Okay.
And there's saloon thinking. That's when we act either helpless or invincible, like we've just drunk a pint of moonshine.
Okay.
I can always check my journal if I need examples. I kept all my notes about the funny ways we vampires think in there. I think I know which one of them funny ways they're thinking in, though. Hold on, compadres. You seem like the kind who can make their own fun.
I don't want to have my own fun.
Ooh.
Immernacht is the only place to be on Friday night.
Okay. That is so loud. Oh my goodness. Why is that clicking so loud? Also, there's going to be an ad starting in about 4 minutes, but then we won't have one for an hour. Huzzah. Okay, so what do you mean by all this hot branding and stuff? Oh, fuck it. I'm going to use my controller. I'm going to use my controller. Private property. Do not read. Hang on. What was his email? No, 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 no. 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 Hang on. Okay. Says it likes controller and then it doesn't like controller. We no use controller. We use mouse. Private property. What? Bro. 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 Do you want me to use controller and mouse? I press things. I literally apparently controller and mouse. I don't understand. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna duo it. There we go. I'm so confused. It's still taking control inputs. Now it won't. Okay. Okay, right. I realize we vampires can think in funny ways sometimes. Okay. We just can't. Right. Let me put my head back on straight. I realize we vampires can think in funny ways sometimes, like reality right in front of us, and we just can't see it. Heck, it's pretty sure it's all humans who do that, not just vampires. We do think funny thinking in particular ways. So I figured I'd write them down so I don't forget them. I'll include examples so I do remember how they work. Okay. Ugh. Sometimes things can seem black and white when on this family feast. It can feel like we've got only two options: winning the day or ending up in a stake in the heart. So that's high noon mind. It's thinking in extremes and ignoring all the in-betweens. We stress ourselves out. If I can't get the best saddle, my butt's gonna break. Ain't no doubt. Either I'll show up ready to win the rodeo or better just not show up. Okay. Country British isn't a combo. I thought I'd hit it. Sorry, I'm just there like suddenly it was like he was talking like that, so I'm just like, what am I? He's speaking like that. I gotta do it really badly. Okay, so saloon thinking is it's my fault my buddy got shot. I knew that sheriff was trigger happy. If a mortal discovers our secret, it's entirely my responsibility to deal with it. So that's like taking, yeah, overconfident and thinking we can handle anything or being completely hopeless. So that's like having the whole world on our shoulders, that kind of thing. Yeah. So I can't do international travel with my coffin. I'm stuck in the good old USA forever. Okay. Okay. And then hot branding, we call ourselves awful names. It's like burning ourselves with big old branding. So I missed that shot. Guess I ain't no gunslinger. If you can't tame that wild horse, you ain't a real cowboy. So is that imposter syndrome? Hot branding is? Or is that just like, that's less imposter syndrome and just like, you know, a lot of self-hate. I don't want to have my own fun. It's the only place to be on a Friday night. So is that not, can I sound, let me turn that down. Music. And there we go. Why is it still so fucking loud? Let's go for... That's gonna be... Saloon Thinking, isn't it? Is it Saloon Thinking? I fucking don't know. You reckon? Let's go Saloon Thinking.
Wait a second. She's acting like this is all or nothing. Do or die. What I call that again?
Okay.
Maybe I ought to check my journal.
I don't want to have my own fun. Immernacht is the only place to be on Friday night.
So I got it wrong. I'm gonna go high noon my men.
Amigos, you're putting too much weight on this thing.
There we go.
It's a nightclub, not a high noon showdown. The night's full of possibilities.
Reinhardt, I don't know what this means, but I like the way the sexy American talks.
I like your funny words, Magic Man.
Maybe it is better we haven't gotten into the club, because we are now meeting you.
Hey, if meeting me makes your night better, I'm glad we met. I really gotta find Andromachos, though.
We're gonna end up in an
You
accidental
have to get past
threesome.
the bouncer. He decides who gets in and who doesn't. And he hasn't looked our way all night.
Maybe I'll have a little word with him.
Okay.
Excuse me, friend. I hear you're the man to talk to around these parts.
Oh, he looks so cool. Oh, he looks really cool. I like him.
I'm here to see Andromachos.
That's pretty good. He's... Oh my god, that is like Nosferatu. Maybe it's Nosferatu's like protege or something like that.
Have fun, mate.
Oh, he's British.
Hey, thanks, amigo. You have yourself a fine night, you hear?
Cowboy, what about us?
Am I gonna bring them in with me? Oh, dash their hopes. I feel like if I bring them in, they're not gonna be bad. Like, I feel like they just want to have good fun time and just, you know, dance the night away. You know, do all that kind of thing. So I feel like I've got to bring them in. I'm not gonna dash their hopes. I'm a good, honest cowboy.
Yeah, sure. They're friends of mine.
Have fun, mate.
Thanks. Smash.
Well, come on, you two. We ain't got all night. Yeah.
Okay. We're in.
Dang, awful loud in here.
Come on, my liver, dance with us.
Dance, dance,
You
dance.
kids have fun. I'll catch up with you later. Tarnation, I'd rather hear a gopher giving birth than this.
Dance,
I
dance,
better talk to
dance.
whoever's slinging drinks in this here saloon. They ought to know where Andromachos is. Pardon me, ma'am.
Oh, I'm ready for a hot person.
Well, look at you. We get a lot of 80s fashion in here, but not usually the 1880s.
I did it. I did it. I predicted the future. Oh my god, it's like, oh, dang. Oh, tarnations, what's happened? Oh,
What can I get you, cowboy?
okay.
The special's Red Bull and vodka. You down?
She's called Crimson. Red Bull and vodka? Ugh.
I never drink Red Bull. I'm actually looking for the owner. He around tonight?
Might be. What do you say your name was?
Oh, that sounds like you really see from Hades. Oh, you think so?
Sam Walls, begging your pardon.
Sam Walls, huh?
It could be.
I don't think I know anything about a Sam Walls. After all, I'm just a know-nothing bartender.
Copy your spit staining your shirt. Why is my shirt wet? Oh god, I don't think I know anything about. That's hot branding. After all, I'm just a know nothing bartender. That's hot branding. The therapist, yeah, we're the full-on grab your strap. I may be just a simple countryman, but I think you have daddy issues. That's what we are.
From where I'm standing, I see someone with style and confidence, not just a drink machine. Don't go branding yourself like that's all you are.
I'm a licensed therapist. Thank you very much. Look at me go.
Don't you go worrying about me, cowboy. The man upstairs warned me you were coming. I was just testing to see if you are who you say you are.
Oh shit. Are we licensed? I don't know. I hope so. I hope so.
Tell you what, let me give you something from our special reserve. I don't think you're looking for booze.
Well, thank you kindly, ma'am.
Blood.
I was wondering where the blood was. I met some vampires outside, so I
Blood.
figured this was a vampire club.
You met some goths, honey. They're here to dance and have fun.
They're not actual vamp. I feel bamboozled.
So all these people are mortals?
Okay.
How do you think the head vampire gets his blood? They can't wait to share it with him.
Is the head
It's a
vampire?
special experience.
Is the head vampire like really hot?
He's the only real vampire here. Well, him and Bert.
Bert?
Bert.
You met him already. Bert, shuffle on over here.
Bert the bouncer? Bert the bouncer.
This one's here to see the big guy. Show him upstairs, okay?
Have fun, mate.
Is that all he knows how to say?
Good luck up there, cowboy. Hope you find what you're looking for.
Me too. Still haven't found what I'm looking for. Okay.
Howdy.
I'm from right.
Sam Walls to see you, sir. The guy who's been sending you all them V-mails.
V-mails. Oh my god. Ugh. Do we think the vampire is either going to be hella sexy or like traditional Dracula kind of like... What are we thinking? I'm thinking traditional Dracula. Yeah. Like, he's gonna be with that club? Traditional. Yeah. Right? Give me Dragula. Big wig. Like, yes. They slay, honey. Fucking so bad. Okay.
Yes, I know who you are, Samuel Walls. You have come here because you believe you can help our kin.
Hi. Excuse me, let me move this I need to move you. Nothing can obstruct. Nothing can obstruct.
The question is, are you first able to help yourself?
Eyes up there. I can help myself. I can't help myself. It's Andrew. I can't pronounce it properly. Andromatros. I can see waistcoat, big arms. Yeah, I can see good. I can help myself.
I've been fixing myself for more than a century now. I don't think I need help.
I'm fine.
Then you must prepare to learn a most difficult lesson.
Okay.
We all need help, Samuel. I am pleased that you have come to receive mine.
Oh.
Dang, you scared the heck out of me.
You must allow an ancient vampire his games. He will play them regardless.
I love him.
Please, sit down.
Oh. I was
What an absolute pleasure it is to meet you at last. I found your messages most intriguing.
Okay. I'm sitting up now.
I'm just a lonesome cowboy looking for answers.
I'm at the table. Hello. I'm here at the table.
You know, I receive emails every day from vampires seeking my help.
Mm-hmm.
You are the very first to seek my aid in helping others. This alone makes you intriguing.
I would go to therapy if this is what happened, but I also think that's really unethical on both parties. So I can't. Yeah, like that's yeah. The females like is
Well, dang.
Oh, look at
I'm
him.
gonna be sorely disappointed when you get to talking to me. I'm just honored you're giving me the time of night.
Aww.
I have unlimited time, Samuel. I am pleased to share some of it with you. Our kind can be rather set in their ways. It is inspiring to see someone so young and eager to learn.
How old are you?
Yeah, well, I wasn't much for learning when I was alive. Just making up for lost time, I guess.
It's quite long between some of the clicking times.
It sounds as though you have been handling your own life better than most. I was particularly intrigued by these revelations you had while walking in nature.
Look at that face. Look at that face. He's so happy. I just want to give him a cuddle. Like, he's so happy.
Oh, yeah, them. Well, I give walking the credit. Nothing sorts my thoughts out better.
Cold-blooded killer. What are you talking about? He's so nice. I like him. He's very nice. We can work with that. That's room to work around that. That's fine. That's fine. He's a vampire. I grew up with Twilight. What else do you expect? You fixer. I can fix him. I can fix him. So he's a bit of a fixer-upper. I can do that. Hi, Magella. How you doing? Head bobbing's too well with the club. I'm Transylvania. Wait. Well, yeah. It's fine. It's fine. And I'm a slut. What? Oh my god, vampires are people too. Exactly, Magella. That's why we're in therapy. That's why we're doing therapy right now. I'm getting slut. Maybe, Perk, you shouldn't be slut shaming us because we're seeking therapy. Does it happen to be with a really hot vampire? Maybe. Like, we're still trying to help ourselves. To his dick. No, what? Like.
After a few decades, I started seeing patterns in the way we vampires think.
There's a garlic garlands for the face. Garlic doesn't work. Garlic thins the blood. I promise I'll be gentle. No, no, you can't hold me down. You can't hold me down. I take a hot vampire for it. Exactly, Magella. Exactly, as you should. Like.
Can you explain some of these patterns?
What are the patterns?
I've tried to explain them to other vampires, but it ain't never gone well. I can try though.
You'll never take us alive. I'll fight you!
See, we tend to assume certain things just because we've been believing them since we were alive.
Okay. Right. I understand we're meant to be paying attention to the therapy and everything, but it's really distracting when he's there with his arms. And I'm really distracted. And it's really hot. Yeah. We know where I say no to the garlic either. Exactly. Make a snack. You put a feast before my eyes and expect me not to hunger. Got me down here writing poetry. Like, he's just sitting. He doesn't need to do anything else. I climb in his lap. That chair looks comfy. I'll take a seat too. We're fine. We're fine. Is it hot in here? We're fine. We're cool.
Or we decide the world's against us just because we're hungry or tired or something.
Yes. You're all the worst. You'd love it.
And when we start tackling problems that ain't real, we ain't fixing our real problems. That make any kind of sense?
Ghost. Did someone say snack? He's a hold at me. Oh shit. Oh shit. Bam, 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 bam. I said to Ian this morning, one of my last parting words were, can you imagine if our farts sounded like the air horns? Can you imagine? Life would be joyous. You're just on a train and you hear bam, 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 bam. Be great. A dream, right? It'd be beautiful. Like, I'll make sure your grapes look pretty. Thank you. You could decorate them in green and purple for me. Oh god, what did you say? You know people who do that? It's kind of impressive. That's a talent. And when we start tackling problems that ain't real, we ain't fixing our real problems. That makes any kind of sense.
Fascinating, Samuel. These revelations that you had in the woods, mortal psychologists have a term for them. They are called cognitive distortions.
His voice is fantastic. Like, purple and red for me match the reason to... This goes with the aesthetic. Aesthetic.
Cognitive who's he what now?
Oh, oh my god.
Cognitive distortions. They are exactly as you described them. I will explain in a moment. Please, tell me about these specific revelations you had.
Okay. Explaining, hot branding. Oh my god. See, it's gonna be great because he's just gonna tell us how good we are and we're gonna get, like, he's gonna praise us. Okay, cool.
See, I used to be in a gang. They were my whole existence. If you asked me who I was, I would have said, I'm a murdering bastard. Once I got away, I realized how small-minded that was. I was Sam before I was a murdering bastard, but that's how I was choosing to brand myself. My old gang's still around, and they're still branding themselves like that. They can't see themselves as anything but killers.
Purple weather metaphorical balls. What the fuck?
Very astute, Samuel. I favor the clinical term, however, which is labeling. You correctly discovered that labeling is a reductive act.
Look how
When
big
we
that
call
hand
ourselves
is.
names,
Sorry.
even if we find them accurate. We create prophecies we are doomed to fulfill.
I'm paying attention.
For millennia, I thought of myself as a killer. It was not untrue that killing is how I made my way in the world.
I'm glad I'm
I
not
was
the
an
only one.
unstoppable warrior and assassin. But with this label, I limited myself for ages. I did not only kill people, I also killed potential aspirations I might have had. See whether you can catch me doing some labeling in my next few statements.
Okay.
I am so old, I am ancient.
You're that's labeling, like, right?
Oh, come on. I know you've been kicking around a long time, but don't go
Oh.
labeling yourself as ancient.
That's not labeling.
But according to
He is
definition,
actually
I am
ancient.
ancient. It is not a label, but a specific
You getting this
classification of my age.
Okay.
Well, you look pretty good for being ancient then.
Mm-hmm.
The secret is moisturizer, but let us continue.
Would you like to see my skincare routine? Here we go. Stop looking at this map. What? I don't know what else is that.
Call me whatever you like, but don't call me late for dinner.
Call me whatever. That's which one is that? Which one's that? It was my fault, but I knew the sheriff was trigger happy. I missed the shot. I guess I ate the gunslinger. Well, that's gonna be High New Mind. Is that gonna be High New Mind? Because that's not labeling. That's like something different, right? Some people have a chat spray bottle. I think we need a streamer spray bottle. Why am I the only one that gets done? Why you guys are you thirsty as well? It's not just me. We need everyone spray bottle. Exactly. We need a sprinkler like kind of thing. That's Guppy's like, hey. It's High Noon Mind, right? Is it High Noon Mind? Like, also, that was a really good, that was like a really good sprinkler thing. Like, what's your favorite sprinkler? Mine is the one that's like that. Oh god, not with the udders, not with the udders. Okay, I'm gonna go High Noon Mind.
Focusing only on labeling for now, Samuel. Please pay attention.
Well, what am I supposed to
Call
click
me
when?
whatever you like, but don't call me late for dinner.
Okay, but it's not gonna be labeling.
Late for dinner? But
It's
that's
not-
labeling. Kind of reductive to boil yourself down to being late for dinner.
Can't believe Twitch allowed udders emo. There, sometimes they'll be like, oh, you can't have this thing, and then they're like, udders. Yeah, go for
Late
it.
for dinner is not a label, Samuel. It is a temporal situational description, and a joke almost as old as I am.
Okay.
Dang.
Do not be discouraged, Samuel. Let us continue. How shall I describe myself?
Okay.
Yes. I am a mass murderer.
Well, if I
It
say labeling.
seems you have missed my labeling. Let us begin once more.
Oh my god! Like, before, I was like, but with that you could have said, but I have murdered masses. So that's not labeling, it's just factual. Like ancient. But if I click on labeling, boo. Ow, I knocked my elbow. I see nothing wrong with udders, just go for it. Yeah, they're so cute.
I am so old, I am ancient. Call me
Not
whatever you
labeling.
like, but don't call me late for dinner. How shall I describe myself?
Well, that's about as clear a labeling as it gets.
This is the only one I didn't click on
We
that.
Vampires tend to do a lot of killing, but reducing ourselves to killers ain't doing us any favors.
Excellent, Samuel. You are correct. Labels can be cages that we lock ourselves in. I was a mere murderer for most of my existence because that is how I labeled myself.
Yeah, I did the same thing. Sam Walls, the murderer, reprobate, and good for nothing.
This game is really
Those are
distracting.
not how I would describe the Sam Walls I see before me.
It's really distracting.
Did you have more revelations to tell me about?
Okay, explain High Noon Mind.
Well, I noticed how we stress ourselves out by making everything a battle of do-or-die absolutes. High Noon Mind, I call it. Like that feeling you get right before a big shootout.
That beard though. The facial hair and the eyebrows are on point. They are doing their
I
jobs.
must confess I have no experience with this feeling. I engaged in Mortal Kombat long before the age of gunpowder.
How old are you? Like, I know he says ancient, but Jesus. He is
The
Jesus.
sentiment you describe mirrors the words of my old friend Marcus Aurelius. He used to say that the magnitude of life's challenges often turn us into our worst selves.
Okay.
You mean Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor?
So he's been around a while.
Of course, his name was Marcus. Marky was a bedroom name.
You mean you and the emperor were...
Tell me
It
more.
was ancient Rome. Penetration was similar to a handshake.
Can we get that on a t-shirt or on a cushion? Like... Oh, don't make Sam uncomfortable.
Apologies. I somehow forgot you were American. But let us discuss this High Noon Mind.
Oh,
I
God.
believe we can broaden your
Okay.
definition. Mortal psychologists call this phenomenon of binary thought polarized thinking, but I like to call it Nosferatu thinking.
Nosferatu. Someone write that down. Write it down. Write it down.
Nosferatu thinking?
It means you are thinking in black and white.
Hey, I understood that reference.
I get it. That's pretty funny.
I believe it encompasses the breadth of the distortion. One is not flatly weak or strong, good or evil, smart or stupid, a success or a failure.
We're
The truth
great.
is far more complex and colorful.
Forgetting that man is American is proof that your age. Yeah. 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 It's like, I mean, he screams USA. They're remaking Nosferatu. I'm gonna be interested to see what they do, like, what kind of movie they make of it. Like, it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, they're remaking it. I'm like, huh. Nosferatu. He barfs eagles and shits guns. Anytime he enters a room, it's like... Oh.
Not every high noon gunfight ends in oblivion, correct?
But yeah, that's true. Getting shot still
I
ain't
didn't
fun,
go
but it
for
ain't
it.
the end either.
A perfect example, Samuel. Now, try to catch me using Nosferatu thinking.
Okay.
I will give you a series of statements, and one of them will contain Nosferatu thinking. I will repeat them if you miss it.
Thank you.
If I do not drink blood, I will surely die.
That's a fact because he's a vampire.
Death eventually comes for us all.
That's a fact.
Mortals will always fear our kind.
That is Nosferatu thinking.
That's Nosferatu thinking right there. I've met mortals who knew who I was and weren't scared.
I'm smart. You live in America, unfortunately. You have the internet. No, it's not all bad. Like, Guppy, you know, I'm like, yeah, it's not all bad. I live in the UK. It's a shitstorm. We have shit in our water because the companies didn't want to clean it. Cholera, let's go! You really tried to find a reason, I'll give you that much. Yeah, but we're not in that much of a better boat over here. Like, really, we're not. You have lead. Oh my god, we could trade stories. You guys have lead, we have shit. Oh, it's so cute. Is it bad? It's bad everywhere. That's places. Yeah, there's places where it's a bit less bad is all. Very true. Very, very true. That's why we escape in games where we can talk to a hot vampire about our feelings. Let's all just look at him, like, lovingly at the moment. Great, great. Different flavor of bad, yeah. You'd like to live in Canada, though? Do you have, would that be possible for you in your future? I want to talk to a hot vampire about my feelings. Exactly. Show number 3 is gone. It's gone. Damn it. Now it's see-through. No. Well, that is Nosferatu thinking, because you're thinking in black and whites, and that means there's room for possibility. We're learning from the game. We're learning from the game. You never know. You never know.
Very good, Samuel.
Oh, thank
Even if
you.
you hadn't, to say mortals will always fear us ends any hope that they might not.
I'm renaming myself Samuel just for this game, so you can tell me that I'm very good. Celebrate the British monarchy more than the British. Learn that. We don't celebrate. A very small part of the population celebrates. Like, it's so funny to me. Americans are so bad at seasoning that flour can be considered a spice. Ian is gonna wake up to you asking these questions and usually, yeah. I'll just be like, and how do you feel? Hot vampire daddy? I mean, what? Very good, Samuel. Thank you.
Always is such a terminal word, is it not?
Look at his little smile. He's like a cat.
Would you like to discuss more of your revelations with me?
Yeah.
I realize that as vampires, we can get the feeling of the power that comes with immortality and strength, but then we get hopeless and aimless over time. It's kind of like the fella you see in the saloon at the bottom of a bottle of whiskey. Either he thinks he can fight everyone, or he's crying into them last drops because he thinks life's hopeless.
Oh, like, well, what's it called? Or he could be as bad as the little guy who went up the beer pipe and swam through. You reminded me of a hot Cheshire cat, right? Like, I could see him, or I could see him as being a fae that's gonna trap me. But, like, and I'd, like, end up dancing to my death or something like that.
It's saloon thinking.
I can see that.
Extremes that probably ain't true.
A fascinating observation, Samuel. Your saloon thinking was described in my time as the battle between hubris and nemesis, the twin excesses of arrogance and self-pity.
I'm learning so much.
Oh man, it made me wish I'd gotten some schooling. Maybe I would have figured this stuff out earlier.
You live forever, my friend. There is no rush.
Go back to school. Oh my god, he's nurturing. Shut up. It's therapy.
What you have identified is a phenomenon where individuals perceive either an illusion of control or a lack of control. Mortal psychologists call this phenomenon you have described a control fallacy. Rarely do we have complete power over our situations or no power at all. But we create this illusion that stops us from attempting to change our perceived situations.
Truth.
Yeah, you're right about that.
True.
I used to think I'd never get away from my gang. And maybe that's what made me stick with them for so long.
Yes, you see how cognitive distortions keep us from facing reality.
Calling me out, right?
Of course, I am so old and powerful that I am always in control.
Is that, like, that's control?
Well, you're testing me, ain't you? That's a control fallacy right there.
Did it?
Well done, Samuel. I am indeed very powerful, but the cosmos holds no awareness of Andromachos.
I can't stop looking at his hands. He's a slut with those things out. Look at them.
Of course, as you expertly pointed out with your analogy about the man at the bottom of a whiskey bottle, a control fallacy can be positive or negative.
We really need a spray ball, don't we? Okay.
Listen to my next few statements and try to find a control fallacy. Simply let me continue if you do not detect one.
Okay.
The sun will eventually burn out. I will roam a cold, dead earth, and there is little I can do about it.
I mean, it's kind of true.
My kitty cat died. I shall be lonely forever.
That one's a control fallacy. That one. You're staring into the fire. The fire do be pretty.
I'm sorry about your sweet kitty, but you can always pick up a new one. Or there's lots of them just waiting for a loving home, so you don't need to be lonely.
Exactly. He doesn't need to be lonely.
It was just an example, Samuel. Well spotted. But I do speak from experience. I felt this way once when a pharaoh I was dating had our cat mummified.
Oh
I
no.
went into a murderous depression that nearly decimated the continent. But I had the power to help myself all along by adopting a new friend in need of a home.
Oh, dang, don't let me get on your bad side.
His cat got mummified by their partner. You come home. Where's Mittens? There's just like a mummified. There's like a sarcophagus on the table. I don't know what you're talking about. Where's Mittens? And it's just like, oh well, I just thought, you know, he would be like, I just want to prepare. I want to prepare. Why did you mummify Mittens? It was time. Meow, he's still inside. There's like the brains on the table and everything. Like, look, I kept them. I didn't. It's like, I waited for you to be here to do the rest of it. Come on, it's fine. 6,000 years old, at least. At least.
I doubt you shall see it, Samuel. Did you have more revelations to tell me about?
I think that's all of them. Or at least the ones that were the most obvious to me.
That you recognize the concept of cognitive distortions at all is most impressive, Samuel. What took me nearly 3 millennia to understand took you merely 2 centuries.
He's boosting our ego.
Oh, come on, you're just flattering
Look
me.
at it.
I'm just a dope stumbling his way through one life.
Are you now? Tell me, Samuel, what kind of cognitive distortion are you exhibiting when you call yourself a dope?
I think I'm labeling myself.
Yeah, I'm doing some labeling. I gotta watch myself, huh?
Mm-hmm.
As long as we retain any humanity, we will have cognitive distortions. What we are aiming for is not to become perfect
Uno
beings,
reverse
but
card.
to understand and accept ourselves. As long as we can recognize cognitive distortions, we can address our real challenges. One cannot drink blood from a straw man, after all.
I mean, you could try. You'd be there for a while.
I ain't never heard that one before, but I like it.
I want these two to date.
If it helps solidify the concept in your mind, then I am well satisfied. I know you came to learn from me, so I will do my best to honor your good intentions. Let us ensure that you understand the concepts of labeling, control fallacies, and Nosferatu thinking.
Okay.
I will give you a series of statements, and each one will contain a cognitive distortion for you to identify. I will begin. If I invite over my vampire friends, I know I'm going to have to deal with guano all over the place when they turn into bats at the end of the night.
That's control fallacy, right? That's control. I think that's control.
Well, there's a control fallacy.
I'm a
sir.
licensed
You're acting like you
therapist.
got no control, but you could lay down some ground rules for guests.
I'm a
Or
licensed
some newspaper.
therapist. That rim lighting coming from the window or the bonfires gives me shivers. It's really good. It's really pretty. There is enough fanfic out there, Clove. You just need to dig it. I could find it. I could find it. Give me a day. Give me a day.
Or express concern to my friends that they have not been toilet trained. Very good, Samuel. Let me try another.
Damn it, now I'm looking at his hands. Fuck.
I am Andromachus, the ancient darkness, the scourge of the Mediterranean, the mortal's bane.
It's the 3/4 arms, isn't it? If it doesn't exist, you can always write. I mean, it would be shockingly bad, but you know, it'd be yeah. The cuffs on both of them. Yeah. The amount of times, what was it? The amount of times Ian and I have been watching something and I'll just shout at the screen, "Put your forearms away, you hoe," like that. Done. Oh god. That's called labeling. You're labeling yourself, right?
Well, that's definitely
Yeah.
some intense labeling. Those are some hard names to get over.
I'm a simple human. I went through when I was like, I want to say like 20, I went through a phase of reading a load of cowboy romances, and I was just like, I'm gonna go to America and be like, me a cowboy. I was like, no, you're not gonna do that, but I can dream Harold.
You are not wrong. Those names followed me for millennia.
Oh yeah, no, I know. That is one thing that is definitely better in fiction.
If my club's revenues do not significantly increase, I will end up living on the street.
Nosferatu.
That there's got to be Nosferatu thinking. There's a huge space between making a ton of profit and living on the street.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed, you are correct. I run my club at a considerable loss, but 3,000 years of banking interest means that money is not really an
I was gonna
object to me anyway.
say, you kind of should have some money. If not, you're absolutely terrible with money.
Samuel, now I am not only intrigued by you, but also impressed. I would very much
He's
like to
impressed
teach
by
you
me.
my ways, but I must demand something of you first.
Anything.
Anything. I'm here to learn.
You must receive therapy yourself.
Oh,
I will not have you seeing clients without a commitment to your own mental health.
is it with you though? Is it with you? Reminds me of that Tumblr series of what I'd say if I was in the erotic fiction. Yeah, that was fucking great. My favorite one was, what was it? Oh, I own you, and then they were like, pulls out a sock like Dobby. It's like that kind of thing. I was like, oh my god, that was great.
Oh, now hold on just a minute. I don't know that I need therapy. I'm feeling pretty good about myself these days.
Everyone needs
Samuel,
therapy.
We all need therapy to live in this world. You have been speaking in cognitive distortions since the moment you walked into my office.
I have. I didn't even notice.
Mm-hmm.
They are most insidious, but I am here to help you identify and challenge them.
Bitches, we literally play make-believe vampire therapy, then literally get therapy. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
You have walked alone for too long, Samuel.
I'm bitches.
Allow me to share my experience with you.
Aww.
Well, all right, if you say so. I appreciate your taking the time to work on this old cowpoke.
We have all the time in the world, Samuel. But for now, you must be eager for something fresh. Please, dance, drink your fill. We will begin tomorrow.
Okay. Where's your diagnosis, Clover? At least Garfy has it. I said,
Okay then. Well, sir, it's been an honor.
You don't have to call me sir, you know.
What? You don't have to call me. Are there any other names you'd like to be called? I'm just saying, like, you don't have to call me sir. I mean, what else?
Oh, all right then, Andromachos.
Andromachos.
Hey, Andromachos.
That's what you do? I don't know what you're talking about.
Just call me Andy.
Aww.
All right, Andy. I'll see you tomorrow then.
Sam and Andy. Oh, we're going around Sam and Andy's for dinner tomorrow night. It works. It works.
Dang, look at all them mortals, sweating, blood pumping. I am thirsty, but there ain't no power on this earth that'll get me on the dance floor. Maybe I'll see if the bartender's got anything for me.
Oh, hey, Crimson.
Again. How'd it go, cowboy?
Seems I'll be sticking around. Guess I'd better get used to things around here.
Good to hear. About time someone helped Andy with his work. Seems you vampires have a lot of problems to fix. Name's Crimson, by the way.
Hey, sweetie.
Fine meeting you, Crimson. How do you know so much about what Andy's doing?
How do
Pillow
you?
talk. I'm his blood partner.
Oh, cute.
How's a mortal get hooked up with an ancient vampire?
I'm a rock climber. I stumbled into one of his lairs in Madagascar, found a cave while climbing a mountain, and there he was, naked in a hot tub.
Fair.
Dang, must have been a sight.
You ain't kidding, cowboy. Didn't expect a luxury apartment with a gorgeous naked vampire inside of a mountain.
I mean, I bet she thought she
He asked
died.
me to come back here with him. I like an adventure, so I said, what the hell? I'll date the gorgeous Dracula.
Imagine, like, you're just there, like, yeah, happy rock climbing, and then, like, dude in hot tub. Doing sports touring or something, hot dude, naked in a hot tub.
But what are you doing talking to me, cowboy? The blood's running hot on the dance floor, and these kids don't mind a little biting.
Are you sure?
Ain't no way I'm dancing. There's gotta be a better way to get something fresh to drink.
Reinhard, look. It's the sexy old guy again.
There we go.
You should buy us a drink, old guy. You'll probably get lucky. Actually, you'll definitely get lucky.
We're apparently gonna have a, I mean,
Pleasures of the flesh ain't exactly what I'm after tonight.
are you sure?
That's because you haven't experienced these pleasures with us yet. Buy us a drink and you will discover great satisfaction by uns.
Okay. Tell them you're not a type. Tell them alcohol is bad for them. Tell them you don't have the money. Tell them they can support themselves. Oh. Alcohol is bad for... No, that's very preachy. Should we just be like, they're not our type? We should probably just say that. Just be upfront. Hey, you're not my type. Even though, like, he'd get down. He'd get down. Let's be real. I need to stop. Leave the ball alone. Leave the ball alone. Okay. Let's go. Or we could say we don't have the money. Let's not kid ourselves. If we would encounter anything like this scenario, we scatter like ants in the rain. Oh, for fuck. Yeah. What was it Guppy sent me? Guppy sent me a video that was like, bitch, you want to be in one of your alien romances? You can't. You get, like, your back hurts from standing up and you're 26. And it was just like all of this kind of like, you think you can handle that? It was so funny. I just go through people. I'm like, hi, yeah, wow, okay, I'm backing away now. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say I don't have the money.
I ain't buying you a drink. All I got are good old-fashioned dollars.
Dollary doos.
I like American money. All we have on our money are buildings. You have all the sexy old men.
The sexy old men?
Alright, I'll bite. Which of them old men are sexy?
Yeah, I'm thinking like, excuse me?
I like Hamilton. His posture is just so powerful.
You know what you're into, what you're into.
There is a dollar coin that has Eisenhower's face on it.
Oh, you are right. Eisenhower is, how do you Americans say, a snack?
Also, I don't think my blood's healthy. Too much fat, not enough protein. Yeah, it's no good for you. Like, not the Lin-Manuel Miranda pill.
I get it. You like older men.
No, not our type.
I ain't buying you a drink. You ain't exactly my type.
Oh, we don't want to marry you. We just want to have fun with you.
I mean, you're not wrong, but also, no means no, bruh.
Kids are too much.
Alcohol is bad for them.
I ain't buying you a drink. This stuff's terrible for you.
Are you making a joke? We are at a bar.
I mean...
It's okay. He's just trying to be protective. Aren't you, Opa?
Called him Opa?
You know, I think the drinks here ain't strong enough for you two.
I mean... Oh, I thought it was just gonna be dad. Okay, grandfather.
I ain't buying you a drink. I think I'd be insulting your economic status.
Mein Lieber, don't worry about us. We just like to feel special. We have lucrative jobs in IT.
Oh, yeah? Well, maybe you can help me. See, my printer died again.
Oh, for fuck's
Getting real
sake.
tired of these things.
Oh, please, we are here to party. But get a laser printer.
Well, thanks for the tip. That ink seems to be more valuable than blood.
My
These
god.
kids just ain't gonna leave me alone.
Just go with them. Buy them a drink. Do it. Do it.
Stop teasing the cowboy, Kinder. They're just messing with you. Drinks are free here.
Oh, okay. That's... Well, he said he runs the club at a loss. Smog's like looking out like, no, Sam. Sam, you don't need that in your life.
Dang, really? I ain't never been to a saloon with free hooch.
Call it a drink exchange.
Huh. So, everyone here knows they might be sharing blood?
Only as long as there's consent. We like to create a safe environment.
This is good.
Why don't you take Reinhard and Maxie here back to the kink room?
Excuse me?
Wait, kink room?
What kind of room are we going into?
You're not in Kansas anymore, cowboy. We are not afraid of sex here.
Oh, shit.
I'm from Missouri, but, point taken.
Okay, right. I didn't look too much into this game, and if this actually ends up being a sex game and not mainly about vampire therapy, I am scared. Oh, I'm okay. We must batten down the hatches right now. We have drill. We can go. Bam. Okay, we're good. We're good. Yeah.
Nobody has to do anything they don't want to do in there. Just have fun and drink your fill, handsome.
Okay.
I'm sure I'll be seeing plenty of you.
Okay.
Maxie, Reinhard, this is one of our special customers.
I'm fearful.
Ach so, Ein Vampir. I'm thinking we are all getting lucky then.
I'm fearful.
My neck scrubs with anticipation.
I'm very fearful.
Guess I'm going to a kink room then. Thanks, Crimson.
Sam's having a hell of a day. He's come in. He was just here to, like, you know, learn from another vampire about therapy and stuff. And then they're like, right, let's go to the kink room. What's your safe word? Let's carry on.
I knew a man who was this.
Oh, it's
much
just
leather
sofas.
couldn't be boring.
Oh, wait, there are chains there.
Yeah, well, you got me pegged.
Is that what we are doing now? Give me the document and I will sign myself up for it.
Oop. Oop. Oop.
I really ain't in Missouri no more. Look, I'm more into biting.
Oop. Oop.
Oh, your teeth look perfect. Are you going to bite me with those?
That's the plan. Who's going first?
He's like, right, come on, line up. We got this. I'll bite you. Done. Sorted. And they're like, oh, yeah. And he's like, nope, next.
Oh, me.
Okay.
Well, step right on up.
Oh.
Oh, das hat sich gut angefühlt.
Okay.
That's a good thing.
Park, can we get a translation? Do we have a translation? Oh my god, I assume it felt really good. Do I want to know? Do I want to know? Didn't say. I went too fast, I'm
Is it
sorry.
my turn yet?
Sure thing. Come on over.
Okay. And snap!
Oh, Reinhardt. The hot old vampire wore me out.
Did I hit an artery? I hope you don't die.
Me too, Maxi. I feel as though I have set up a mail server.
Oh god.
Liebe, ich bin zu müde, sexy zu sein.
Okay. Something that I know that word. I know that word. Oh god. Okay.
I will get us a taxi cab, Liebchen. Und du, cowboy? Next time we will talk about that thing you mentioned earlier.
If they mean pegging, then no. But if they want to talk about their feelings, then yes.
Oh, yeah, sure thing, fella. You can help me with my new laser printer.
Oh no, we're talking about the laser printer.
Now that I've had something to drink, I should probably get to my coffin.
Samuel, wait a moment. I see you got your fill. Are you heading out?
I mean, something, Phil, something. Nope.
Yeah, I figure I could use some shut-eye. I locked up my coffin over at the storage center.
So when did your libido went from hard to I'm uncomfortable? Because when it's fun banter, like, oh, this character's hot, but when it's like actual possibility of showing like sex and stuff, and not ready for it, I'm like, whoa, whoa, don't show me, this is not meant to be hentai game. Put it away, like that. Put that big thing back where it came from, like that. Hey there, Dad, Andy. Not that. Hey.
Storage center. Please, you can use my guest coffin. I insist. You must be well rested for the challenges ahead.
Look at his eyes! Look at it! No. We need, okay. Look at that! Look! Oh! It's so beautiful! It's such a beautiful! Aww. Same with me with Bridgerton. It's all now kissed and fun, and then they actually do it, and you're like, oh my god! Look at his caring eyes! It's a baby! Oh, so cute! I'm so cute! Okay, I'm fine. I would die being mauled by a bear. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Like... Funny over... But I can't help it! I can't help it! It's quite funny over Cat-Eyed Man. Is that what I walked in on? No, Hi
Guess
Scout.
I got a big night tomorrow, huh? Day sleep.
We do vampire therapy, but like, look at him. Look at him. You can't help it. What are you talking about?
Wonderful. Please, follow me.
I'd follow him anywhere. That's how I'm gonna die. Oh god.
Well, dang. This is mighty plush. Guess it's one of them smart coffins.
You have a TV in your coffin? Holy shit. Damn. What channels does it get? Do you have cable? Oh my god. It's turning really gay. I like it. Right? I'm like, they now kiss. Now kiss. Kiss! Like that. Really fancy. It's very fun. How are you doing, Scout? It's a scary phrase. Can you... I don't know if it was actually real, but there was a thing that they were saying about the possibility. No, it wasn't. I lie. It's a Simpsons episode. I thought it was real because it's close to something that would be real, but in a Simpsons episode, they have a camera in the coffin so you can see them on the, like, on the, gravestone. And I'm like, oh god. I would be considered more like the cowboy on the left. Oh, we were already thrusting over his arms. He had his forearms out like a slut. Want to hear it, Dad? Yes, it's Pride Month. We must hear it. I need it.
Let's see what's on TV. Hey, I remember this movie. We were so proud to finally get some representation.
Is that actually Nosferatu? Guys, we're watching a movie. It's really fucking loud. Nosferatu! Like, fair enough. Why gender fluid people have to wear thick jackets in winter, because if not, they will turn into gender solid. I like that. I like that.
Not sure I should stay up watching movies though. Well, ain't
There
much
we go.
else to do in here. I think it's about time I hit the hay. Hope I'm cut out for all this.
You are. You're fully cut. I think that might be the end of it.
Samuel, good evening.
Teddy!
Hope you
What?
slept well.
I did. I had good dreams. Good dreams. I want to brush his hair. Oh, wait! I'm so sorry. Why do gender fluid people have to wear thick jackets in winter? Because if not, they'll turn into gender solids. I didn't do it. I'm so sorry. I'm terrible. I should have done it. It was a good joke. I even enjoyed it. It deserved the badumts. Oh god, I'm awful.
Like the dead, as they say.
I was hoping to save you some breakfast, but I've already sent them on their way.
Oh,
Oh, that's all right. I'm still pretty full from last night.
you did have 2 of them. You made the joke. It's beautiful. I love it.
Them goth types were practically throwing themselves at me.
I am not surprised. Perhaps I should be concerned that some of my guests will follow you home.
Oh
Oh
no.
gosh, if I still had mortal circulation, I'd be blushing.
Wait, does badumts mean terribly unfunny pun? I thought it was just the end of, like, you know, the badumts, like, a joke thing. A woman is coming out to her father and he asks, so, you're attracted to women? Yes. And men? Yes. But you were single? Yep. So one could say that you're on standby. I like that one. I like that one. I don't think it's a bad joke. I think it's just a joke. Like, as in the marker, but it's more like joke done. That was the punchline. Now clap. We need little signs saying clap. Yeah. I like that one. That was a good one, Scout.
Why are you so embarrassed, Samuel?
Ah, hell. Guess we should just save it for therapy, huh? We gonna get started now?
If you like.
Why not?
Okay.
I'm eager to get going. Let loose, Doc.
Hit
Very
me.
well.
Open
Let's
palm.
start with the first question any therapist asks then. What brought you to me? Why is becoming a therapist so important to you?
Stop! I need to stop. Oh god. Up above? Oh god. Maybe I've just had a narrow sense of humor. Maybe. Right. Why is becoming a therapist so important to you?
Well, gosh, I remember what it was like. Being all angry, hungry, and scared all the time. It ain't no way to live.
It's not a kind of life I
When
want to
see
live.
vampires acting the way I used to, I just need to show them there's more to unlife.
Unlife.
And why is that up to you?
You, of all people, know how lost our kind can be. Preying on the weak, dating mortal high schoolers.
Excuse me? No.
Gotta make them see their potential. That's what I'm here for. I know it.
Oh, that's a Twilight reference. I understand that reference. And a Vampire Diaries one. Yep, I understand. Yep.
That is a lot of responsibility to place on yourself.
You got a funny look in your eye. Am I doing one of them distortion things?
You are most perceptive, yes. Perhaps you can tell me what it is. When you say you are here to make vampires see the world differently, in what way are you distorting reality?
I'm doing Control or Nosferatu. Are we doing Control or Nosferatu? Because in a way, we want to control it, but also we're seeing vampires as only that. Or are we we're not labeling. What are we doing? Is it black and white? Is it Control? YA romance in general. Which one? I am the licensed therapist. I should know. I want to say, when you're here to make vampires see the world differently, what are you doing? We're Nosferatu. You think none? It's got to be one of them. I can't click. Or were we labeling? Hang on, let me look at my book. Look at my book. Oh, ain't nothing more to read. Oh wow, these are like full diary. I can't read that. My attention span is very short. I'm gonna say Nosferatu.
I'm doing some Nosferatu thinking.
No, I'm not. I'm doing Control Fallacy, aren't I?
Samuel, that Nosferatu thinking
Yeah.
comprises thoughts that are lacking in
Yeah.
color and nuance.
I'm
They are
sorry.
one extreme or another. You were not Nosferatu thinking.
I feel like I disappointed
I
him.
will ask you once more.
Okay.
When you say you are here to make vampires see the world differently, in what way are you distorting reality?
We're controlling or we're labeling? We're labeling. Are we controlling or labeling? Fuck! Labeling?
Well, that's later.
Fuck, it's controlling. It's controlling. I
Perhaps
fucked
shit
up.
is not as sure as you thought.
It's not. I'm sorry.
Dang, I thought.
I'm not a licensed
All
therapist.
right, Samuel. Sometimes the answers are harder to come by when we assess ourselves. I will ask you once more. When you say you are here to make vampires see the world differently, in what
You
way
said
are you
control
distorting
and I
reality?
didn't go with it.
Well, I guess that's
I got
control
scared.
fallacy, right? I can't assume I'll be able to help other vampires.
They're
the way
not
I was helped.
licensed. I was for like 2 minutes when I got 2 answers right, but now I'm not.
Very good, Samuel. Control fallacies are hard to avoid when one feels strongly about something. Your fate is not to transform every vampire you ever meet, even those who are your clients.
I'm disappointed in myself.
You will do what you can do, and that is enough.
Oh,
But I am eager to learn how you develop this desire to help our kin find a different way of thinking.
Well, like I told you when I first emailed you,
we're doing
I was
this
a
because
real
we aren't
nasty
licensed.
son of a bitch when I first
True.
became a vampire. When I look back and see what a no-account piece of shit I was, I ain't nothing but embarrassed. It all seems pretty stupid to me now. Here we are living forever and all we can do is kill? It's the dumbest thing I ever did here.
I am going to stop you.
I mean,
Stupid, no account piece of shit.
you're being mean
Nasty
to
son of a
yourself.
bitch.
Labeling.
Honest thing, do you hear the way you are talking about yourself?
Labeling.
Respect, sir, I earned all them names. I killed women and children. Half the ghost towns out west are my doing. I didn't think of nobody but myself.
Did you kill the younglings?
Pretend you are my therapist. If I sat here and called myself a no-account piece of shit, what would you tell me?
I'd climb in your lap, stroke your jawline, and be like, shh, you're better than that.
I'd say you were doing
Labeling.
some labeling. And I guess I'd tell you to look at yourself a little more kindly.
Mm-hmm.
Extend the same compassion to yourself then, Samuel. How are you to move on from being a nasty son of a bitch if you are labeling yourself?
Easier said than done, Andy. Sweet child of the night. Shh, 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 shh. Save a horse, ride a cowboy. That sounds like a book. That fully sounds like a book. You'll need a shower. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
If you wish to be a guide to other vampires, you must start with compassion for them and for yourself. So, now that you've gotten all that horrible name-calling out of the way, please tell me, how did you find your sense of purpose?
This is like having a conversation between me and Ian, and he's just like, stop putting yourself down. I'm like, but shut up. And he's like, stop. And I'm like, no, Save a horse, ride a vampire. I'm in. What do you want me to tell you? I got distracted by your hands. Horrible name calling. Please tell me, how did you find your sense of purpose?
I was on the run, you see. The Wild West was ending, and the Pinkertons were starting to get the better of my gang. I went into hiding and found a strange group of folks out in the country. They knew I was an outlaw right away, but they didn't judge me for it.
They were Mormons.
They didn't even care that I was a vampire. They welcomed me like a friend, even shared their blood with me.
Oh, dang.
They taught me how to appreciate the beauty of the night and
Ah!
started seeing things I'd never noticed before.
Okay, right. I'm gonna quickly pause for a second because there's an ad going and it only just told me about it, and I need to go to, like, you know, these sound like they're from Red Dead 2. I need to go and get myself a drink and everything, but I will be back in a second. Stretch, think about your don't think about your issues. I'll be back. I know I'm muted. I'm muted. I was just saying, I was cracking open a cold drink. I just realized, and I looked at it and I was like, fuck. But luckily, that was the point when I said how we could save mankind. And you guys just missed it. You missed it. That's what you get. Even though I was just saying about how I've got coffee. Okay. Right. Let's see what hot therapy. Cracking open a cold one with the boys. Yeah, boy. Oh, such good coffee. I'm not an addict, you are. Okay, let's crack open. Let's carry on unpacking, cracking open our feelings. Yeah.
They taught me my letters, philosophy, and how to question things instead of being scared of them.
An old one with the boy. Hey. And you're saying we need a shower?
I think about them every day of my own life. They somehow freed themselves of all the judgments of the time and were better off for it.
Ah.
These must have been the 19th century American transcendentalists, yes?
Yes, sir.
Can I not
I'm
click?
glad I died when I did, because their like just don't exist no more.
Forrest
Once my community died out, I started walking. That was something else they taught me how to do.
Gump.
There ain't nothing like having a walk and a think. I walked in nature for about 90 years and just took in all the grace and beauty of my country.
Damn. What did you hear? I heard nothing. Nothing old. Nothing cracking open old. Nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing ancient at all. Nope. Could crack me open. Nope. Shut up.
I guess I was kind of selfish, though. I should have been helping other vampires the way the Transcendentalists helped me.
Why?
Why waste 90 years walking when I should have been helping others?
No.
Seems pretty obvious to me. I could have done a lot of good in that time.
You did. You worked on yourself.
But your should turns that which you could find fulfilling into a duty. You create an extrinsic motivator. Should statements are another cognitive distortion, something created by your own mind. Nature asks almost nothing of you.
Oh my god, we've got should statements down here as well. Okay.
Even if your should comes from a place of good, it creates undue pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And what do we do once we are pressured? We resent the shoulds.
Mm-hmm.
We procrastinate.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, we have a lot of time to procrastinate.
You got that right. Why do today what you could do next century?
I would be a terrible vampire. I would spend most of my time procrastinating.
Exactly. Should statements remove the intrinsic joy from that which you find fulfilling?
Hold on, though. Ain't there some things we really should do?
What, like, be kind to
Of
people?
course, there are
Be
things
kind?
we must do. But nature herself tells us what they are. We invent the rest. Here, let me give you an exercise.
Hit me. Jumping jacks.
Listen closely. See whether you can find the should statement that is a distortion. I should go to the vampire dentist. You know what they say. If you have bad fangs, you get bad blood.
That's a fine should statement.
I should drink blood today.
That's a fine
I
one.
should take my blood partner Crimson out on a date.
Is that one a should? Because if you should, then no, but that,
I should be wary of sexually transmitted diseases.
I mean, that is true.
Did you miss my should statement?
Okay,
I should
okay.
go to the vampire dentist. You know what they say. If you have bad fangs, you get bad blood.
I feel like that's
I
not a
drink
should
blood
sentence.
today.
That's a should sentence.
Well, I guess
It's
if you don't
not.
wanna drink
Fuck's
blood,
sake.
I'll die if I don't. Permanently.
Yeah, but you said today, and like,
So I guess
Yeah.
you should drink blood.
Mm-hmm. Try again. I should take my blood partner Crimson out on a date.
Saying you should
That
take
one.
Crimson out on a date is a should statement. You've turned something you want to do into something you have to do.
but at the same time, you should.
That's right, Samuel. You know, I couldn't be more pleased with you. Your time in nature was clearly well spent.
Not that well spent.
Well, thanks, I suppose. But if you don't mind my saying so, I hope you're treating that mortal lady right.
Thank you. Please, ask her yourself.
Oh no, what's she gonna say about what happens between them? I kind of want to know, but I also
I
don't.
imagine she would share her blood with you. You look like her type.
3 is a magic number. 3 is a magic number.
Hold on. I've only been in Europe for a couple of days. I ain't gonna go after my teacher's girlfriend.
I mean, 3? You've rejoiced. I hope it was a safe drive. You may rejoice. I rejoice. Yay! We're not bursting over a vampire at all in therapy. Not at all. What are you talking about?
She does what she wishes, and that is why I chose her as my blood partner. Samuel, even if it beats no longer, you have a good heart. I think you will be an excellent therapist.
Aww.
So far, that good heart of mine hasn't amounted to much, but I'm willing to give it my best shot.
You are uncomfortable with praise, aren't you, Samuel? Every time I say something positive, you find a way to negate it.
I just don't think I should be doing any bragging. I spent my first 50 years killing. I spent the next 90 walking in the woods.
Give him praise, kink. Just saying, what? That vampire is giving major power bottoming. Pretty sure thirsting for a vampire would be a good reason to go to therapy. Don't get on Perk's side. Don't get on Perk's side. They don't need anyone else on their side. Like, no. We're fine. I'm living a nightmare. You're volunteering. If he is my therapist, I agree. Like, I mean,
I've tried to walk a better path since then, but I ain't no saint, Auntie.
I mean,
I did not say you were. Having met several so-called saints, I can attest that none of them were either.
stop having crushes on fictional men. They ain't real. I mean, that's a tall order. Like, like, ugh, ooh, no self-preservation in sight. Think of how Ian has to deal with it. There's a video on TikTok of a pigeon called Toast flirting with different objects around the house. Like, he'll flirt with a remote and just do the dance around it. And I always said to Ian, I was like, I'm like Toast. And he's like, yeah, you are. I'm just standing back and watching you be in there like, oh, like that is just there like, yeah, you're Toast. And I was like, I am Toast. That is what I am. I am Toast. Toast is me. I think that's the reason they like him. What are you talking about? The fact they aren't real? They're just in your head? What?
I understand your discomfort, Samuel. I, too, have done terrible things that I cannot erase. But is erasing the good I have done worthwhile?
Does it help the fictional women as well? Like, it's just fictional everybody? Does that make it better? I don't know.
Well, I guess when you put it like that, it sounds kind of silly.
Totally rebranding when... Oh, I mean, me on a slice of bread? Yeah? That'd be beautiful. I've said this story before, but I'm gonna say it again. I once came back from a shift at work at 1 a.m. and I made 6 slices of toast and spoke to my flatmate for an hour about how much I loved Toast and Matt Damon. Yeah. I just said, yeah. That was an evening. April Fool's Day next year, please. Let's plan it. Let's plan it. Solid no notes about it. It was great. I fucking love toast. I love bread though. What would a vampire Coachella be called? Bloodbath? No, not bloodbath. I don't know. I don't know.
It's another cognitive distortion, one that mortal psychologists call disqualifying the positive.
You're giving me another thing? Also, you're just telling me about myself. Jesus. Another great band. Butter toast with chocolate milk is so good. I do love just butter on toast. I'm a simple, like, I make a lot of my own bread. Yeah. And I love just getting it, toasting it, a little bit of butter. Oh, some salt if it's not salty enough. Done. What Coachella is, it's a festival. When you soak the butter toast in chocolate milk, it's great. I could see that working. I've never tried it, but I could dig that. I could fuck around with that.
I understand that the actions of your past are difficult to bear, but what we are here to do is accept reality with both its positive and negative aspects. I am not saying that you should disqualify your negative actions, but merely note when you disqualify the positive ones.
Aww.
Let us try an exercise. See whether you can challenge me when I disqualify my positive
Okay,
deeds.
let's do it.
I am Andromachos, one of the most powerful vampires alive.
Okay, that's a positive.
Before I became the vampire I am now, I did exceptionally terrible things.
Okay, fair.
I have defiled the innocent. I have killed countless people.
I just remembered, do you put butter or mayo when you're doing a sandwich? We put butter. Only mayo if, like, because a lot of our sandwiches don't really have sauces in them. Like, some of them do, but a lot of them, they're just like butter, salad, meat or cheese, that kind of thing. So there isn't a sauce in them, but some people put mayo in them. My family, we always put butter, just being like, yeah, that kind of thing. If it's like Burning Man, I guess they call it Bleeding Man. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Because I know it's... Well, I don't actually know. I've just seen that it's kind of not a thing to put butter on your like sandwiches in America. Like, I don't know if that was just like 5 people on the internet who were like, you don't do that. And then like everyone else is like, actually we do. It's just those people. Yeah? Like, to Nightland instead of that one's a good one. I guess it's, I don't know. I've seen, like, it did hurt my heart a little bit when I've seen people make a sandwich and they've literally got, like, a slice of dry bread, like, ham, and then another slice of dry bread, and I'm just there like, okay. Okay. I asked some co-workers and most of them said mayo instead of butter. See, we never really did that. Like, don't call me out. Smoke's like, get down. It's a sandwich, not a meal. Like, it's fair. It's like a crisp sandwich. Crisp sandwiches are great. But you need the butter in that. Otherwise, everything falls apart. Like, not a platter. Oh my god.
The good I now do pales in comparison to the evil I have done.
You're putting that, disqualifying! Disqualified! Disqualified!
That's the one. You're literally disqualifying the positive by comparing it to the evil stuff you've done.
Licensed therapist again. I got my license back. Let's fucking go. Oh, but I'm in France. Dry bread isn't dry. I think fresh bread and like, I think if you're using, like, if I've got fresh bread and I just put ingredients in it and eat it, yeah, that's fine. But with like sliced bagged bread that's like, you know, not amazing, I would say it needs butter. Like, most butter here is really salty and the ham is already salty, so mayo is not, so that's fair. That's fair. We're getting some ham. Oh yeah. Oh. Baguette, ham, cheese. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Like, I don't, like, because we don't use butter, we use margarine. Like, so it's not butter. Oh, turning frog. Is that frog or is that more? I don't know what that is. Oh. It's not French. Not French. It's better.
Well done, Samuel. I believe the recognition of this distortion will serve you well when you start to see clients tomorrow.
I love some croissants with ham and Swiss. Ooh, yeah. I remember the first time my mum told me that I could have like like you were able to have a croissant without having like sweet things with it, like jam, or just eating it on its own. And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, put cheese in it. And I was like, what? Excuse me? Mind blown. It's so good. We don't use butter. We use, if this is not butter, I will absolutely fucking, yes. Butter is hard to spread, though sometimes I'll cut some thin slices of those and lay them. I've seen people grate it as well, which I thought was a great idea. Great idea. Great idea. I get one of those. Thank you, Guppy. That wasn't intended. It was intended. 100%. That, yeah.
Whoa, tomorrow? I only just started learning these here cognitive distortion things.
I will, of course, be with you. You needn't worry.
Hold my
We
hand,
sense your
Daddy.
instincts and will help you.
Hold my hand, Daddy.
But tomorrow, I just don't feel ready yet.
My friend, we are never truly ready. But if it would ease your concerns, we can practice with further examples. Would that be helpful to you?
I guess I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
I think I'm good.
All right, Samuel. You must be hungry now. I suggest you get a liter inside you. We have a big night tomorrow.
A liter inside of me. Jesus, a liter of blood?
How much is a liter?
Just get enough to drink, Samuel.
Ah.
We will not be able to work if you are hungry or tired. Now, please excuse me. I do have a date with Crimson.
Aww.
I suspect I shall not return until nearly morning.
Cool.
Yeah, of course. I hope you have a nice night out, Mr. Andy.
Andy.
You as well, Samuel. Rest in peace.
That's how I want to say goodbye to people now. Okay, I'm clicking.
Ah, Samuel. Glad to see you are awake. Your first client.
Give me a
is on his way.
client.
What, already? Look, Mr. Andy, sir, are you sure I'm ready for this? These are people's brains I'm messing with.
You fuck them up a little bit, they'll be fine.
Fear not, my friend. You are a powerful vampire in your own right. To be so young and have so much empathy is
Rest in
quite a
peace
gift.
instead of have a good night. Right? Just rest in peace.
All you need to do is listen, and I know the truth will reveal itself.
Listen. That put redneck mod. What the fuck? Do you know that one video with that redneck boy that's like, it was so spicy I had to drink a liter of Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew. Yeah.
Shucks, wish I had your confidence.
What are we
Well,
confident
to a
about?
limited extent, I can see the future. If you are about to misinterpret a client's distortions, I will set you back on the right path.
Are you in One Piece?
You can see the future.
How could I rest in peace when my cat screams out? They seem to be sleeping nicely. Smacks glass off the side.
It's not that impressive, really. You start to see the patterns after 1,000 years or so.
Oh! Disqualifying the positive!
Well, dang. If seeing the future ain't impressive, that's gotta be a distortion. Disqualifying the positive. It's gotta
Licensed therapist! Bitch!
You barely require my aid as it is.
Done. Also, his laugh is fucking awesome. I'm fine.
If you need guidance, I will provide it to you telepathically. Don't think about it too much. When you are 3,000, such things will cease to impress you.
Okay.
Let us look at your first client's case file.
Had to take a liter Mountain Dew. One of my favorite, like, old Vine things was the person, or was it Vine? I can't remember, but the person, their chicken laid a really big egg. And they were like, look at the size of that egg! It was like, it was just great. I like this, not gonna lie, Ace Attorney, but it's therapy rather than fake law. I kind of want to play Ace Attorney. I've never played it, I've never seen parts of it, but I've used the so many times. So I'm like, huh. I feel like he's only a therapist, which I think I'd make a great lawyer. I can already see Perk like just being like, oh fuck, you're gonna like fall for one of your clients who's a murderer or some shit like that, which is probably true, but it'd be fine. I feel like he's only a therapist during the day, but when night falls, there is space between the E and the R. Floor. If I become a therapist, I want you to know it's not to help people. It's because I want to hear the gossip. Yes. Like, I feel like interesting therapy would be to do therapy in prison. Like, you'd hear some fucked up stuff, but like, also it would be interesting. Like, you know, like you'd hear some interesting things. I'd be like, okay, and what was your thought process behind that? And they'd be like, well, this, and this. I'm like, you know? Like, yeah. It's a good series of games. I have to look into it. First client's case
Dr.
file.
Drain, huh? You ain't got no first name?
He's wearing a turtleneck. I'm not a huge fan of turtlenecks. And then they throw a chair at you. Oh, yeah. Like, I get stabbed. I get killed within, like, a week or something. But, like, you know.
Many vampires go by one name. Families and titles seem to become more abstract after a...
Huh. So is it funny that he kept the title?
Indeed. You catch on quickly, despite your habit of disqualifying the positive.
Okay. Is a class of 1614 graduate of the Royal College of Physicians. He has been studying the nature of blood for the last several centuries. So he's 430 years old. He's English. Am I? I'm not a huge fan of turtles and necks. No. Why should they have a neck? So optimistic. What are you talking about?
I will let you work now. I shall be meditating in my coffin, but I will sense when you need my help.
Okay.
But
Thank you.
Samuel, I know you can handle this. Be yourself, and all will be well.
I love him. He's so supportive. Goodbye.
Satan bless it all, I hate flying.
Oh god. Oh. Drain? You seem... Drain?
Hey there.
Hey.
God's blood, what on earth are you?
Okay, that accent is awful.
My name's Sam. I'm the new therapist. Make yourself comfortable, Dr.
It's Draco and Harry's son. Preg, it's real.
And American as well. Good God. It's not enough for you lot to take over the world of the living. Even the halls of the dead aren't safe from you.
Jesus Christ.
Oh well. I suppose your lot are all into this touchy-feely stuff, aren't you?
Ugh.
And ignorance, even American ignorance, is
Major
bliss.
twin flames.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet ignorance, how I do wish I knew thee.
Oh God. Oh
Damn, how am I
God.
gonna work with this fella? I gotta ask Andy.
Bend him over the couch and just make him feel his feelings. Milo! Milo! Oh, sorry. Wow, sorry. Anytime I see anything with Atlantis, I'm like, ah! Became a vampire. Oh, yeah. He got some new glasses. Him and Kita, they went through a lot of stuff. That's assault. That's assault? Is it? It is. It is. Yeah, it is.
Are you all right, Samuel?
Why is a hologram? Hologram.
You gave me this fella as my first client?
Why not? He is clearly hiding very little about his state of mind.
How am I supposed to help him when he already sees me as the bad guy?
Use your instincts, Samuel. Think about how you have felt in your darkest hours.
Okay.
What does this poor vampire want?
He wants to be listened to. He wants to be understood. He wants to, you know, I don't know. He wants. He's gonna sing his I Want song. He wants a reality check. He wants to leave. He wants to complain. He wants to complain. He wants to leave. He wants a dom top. Exactly. Exact. Big brain right there. He wants to complain.
I think he just wants to complain.
Perceptive, Samuel. He can hardly stop himself, can he?
Mm-hmm.
So, what? I just let him complain?
Of course. Just give him a starting point to let it all out. It will make him feel better.
The more he talks, the more it will come out. And it will just be like, oh.
If you say so.
Don't worry, Samuel. You are doing wonderfully. I will release your time now.
Well, are you just going to sit there? I was just gonna ask how your trip here was.
Did you get caught in traffic? Oh no, you had to fly here.
My trip was bloody wonderful. Until my familiar got a flat tire and I had to fly 30 kilometers here as a bat.
Oh God.
I hate being a bat and I hate flying. Do you know an owl tried to eat me?
See, this is where I'm like, well, you don't have to be a vampire. You could just like, you know, like that. And I feel like that's not what a therapist should say.
Me, a creature that has lived for centuries, treated like common prey. I'm surprised he was even interested. You should see what an ugly little beastie I am when I transform.
Do it.
All I could do was screech and squeak until he went away. Well, I suppose I'm alive, in a manner of speaking anyway. You all right there, pal?
Yeah, no, I'd like to revoke your license there. No, I am a licensed therapist. I'm licensed.
I'm fine. Well, I'm not, of course. I wouldn't be here otherwise. But for the sake of conversational integrity, fine.
Okay.
I take it you read my case file and know why I'm here?
I read half of it, but it wouldn't let me scroll, so, you know. His horse died. He has an addiction. He was going through a breakup. Going through a breakup.
You were going through a breakup. A breakup? Are you insane? I haven't been in a romantic relationship since Queen Victoria's time.
Why not?
My romances weren't much to write home about back then either.
Oh, try it.
There's the mortal clergyman who said I didn't give it up enough.
Excuse me?
There's the 17th century French vampire who said she liked my wit until she got to hear it for more than an hour.
I mean...
Then there's the misguided creature who said she wasn't on my team any longer and left me for a werewolf. Should I go on?
Yeah.
Geez, sorry I brought it up.
I want to hear more about your love life. Okay, he has an addiction.
You're here for an addiction problem. Yes. Embarrassing,
Okay.
isn't it?
Okay.
What's to be embarrassed about? I remember when Ulysses S. Grant was president. Didn't seem to bother him. Oh, well, of course. How wonderful it is that I share the mental failings of people who only live a single lifetime.
You gotta stop thinking you're so highly of yourself. You're like, you're a snob. You're a snob. You need to stop being a snob.
Hey, come on now. There's a part of us that's still mortal.
Exactly.
Can't help that, just like we can't help being dead. So I'm discovering. Look, I just need some tips and I'll be on my way.
Just the
Just
tip.
give me all the tricks. Whatever one does to make addictions go away. Tips? Let me think.
You're not getting a license. Why not? Why not? Is he Edward? I mean, I could see it. He's moody enough. Fucking moody enough. Suggest a milder addiction. Suggest something tasty. Suggest a hug. There are no easy solutions. Licensed.
Partner, there ain't no tips that'll magically cure you. But I'm here to listen.
Licensed. Licensed. I have a license.
You know, I never in my life thought anyone would ever call me partner. Like partner, but not with a T. And I know how you English love your tea.
We do, we do.
Thank goodness we can still process tea. We cannot live on blood alone. I appreciate the concern, though. I must admit, I rather saw myself above this whole addiction thing.
He's opening up. He's opening up.
I tell you what, let's not worry about being above or below anything. You're here now, so let's see what we can do.
Yeah.
What exactly are you addicted to?
Meth.
It's a form of plasma. A
Okay.
catalytic compound of my own design. A necessary component of my own scientific goals. You're losing me. Well, let me try to make it simple. I have been able to replicate and even alter the molecular patterns that vampiric erythrocyte surface receptors receive. Our unique physiology gives us an increased ligand affinity, which is how we are able to process blood the way that we do.
True blood, right? Right? That's my instant thought was like, when you gave me
I can
the
extend
airway
this
now.
receptivity and thus achieve my true goal: synthetic blood, freedom from the hunger that plagues us, and hope for all humanity. Well, dang, that sounds pretty impressive, Doc.
Like,
Well, it doesn't work without a vampiric catalyst, and that is the plasma I am addicted to.
okay.
Pathetic, isn't it? I have spent 400 years trying to steal the secret of blood, only to be engulfed by it, like Prometheus walking into a fireplace.
Ah, hello. Hello. How are you?
Oh, sorry?
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm totally I'm a licensed therapist. I'm a licensed therapist. I am.
Where's your accreditation?
My credit is that I
said accreditation. not credit.
Stop being a snob ain't a therapist thing. It is a therapist thing. I can say to him, stop being a snob, because he thinks himself above other people.
I've got a degree. I could be a therapist.
Yeah, you could. Like I listen to you. That's my. But also, I listen to the hot vampire who told me how to do therapy. Look,
Story doesn't
disqualifying the positives, control fallacy, Nosferatu thinking, labeling, and should statements. It's therapy.
count.
Oh god, the nerves. My life kind of sucks, Clive. I don't know. You could just kill yourself. He's a vampire. He's been alive for long enough. Tell him what to be and what not to be. That'll be fine. It'll be fine. So if I bake a cake box, am I a baker? Yes, you are. 100%. Everything good?
Yeah.
100%.
Pathetic? Doc, where the heck would you get a word like that? You've come up with a synthetic blood. Man, I can barely get my spurs on some mornings.
Why are you still wearing them? Change your clothes, bro.
Maybe you had a setback or two, but...
Are you riding a horse right now?
Hypo.
I make sure not to burn the cake. It's not burnt! It's not burnt! It's not burnt! Did you bring me coffee? No. Did you bring me coffee? Did you get me coffee? My love, there's only you in my life. Totally singing to Ian, not the coffee. The only thing that's
Sounds like drinking
right.
coffee.
No, I was joking. Don't give it to the dog. She'll die. Our first love. Thank you for the
Will she die,
coffee.
Will she die?
Da 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 da.
to you too,
What? She did +3 on your point score.
Oh, I thought it was a heart.
No, not a heart. I'm giving Ian a license. Ian actually does have a degree in psychology.
Yeah.
Yeah, psychology. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Park.
And he ended up with me, the most fucked up mess of them all. There you go. Thank
Everyone
you.
needs a case study.
that? Sir! Sir! I wanted to make that joke, stupid idiot stealing my puns. How dare him? Exactly. No, not exactly. Every
Sorry,
doctor
Flag.
needs a subject. You all fucking assholes. You're all assholes. Damn it. Right, back to therapy, Draco and Harry's child.
I love you.
No, you don't. But
I
thank
do.
you.
Credit for wasting 400 years? Practically speaking, I'm in the same place as I was back when King James was in power. Only now I have a drug problem.
Fair. He's practicing with you so he doesn't forget that state. According to the laws of Clo, we can say anything if we're licensed. Yes. It's true. It's true.
Perhaps I must face facts. My professor was right.
My laws are
Nothing we ever
good.
do will make a damned bit of difference.
Samuel, listen to him.
Daddy!
Recognize his patterns of thought.
Look at that hand. If he wasn't with you, it would have been years of academic university. I mean. Did you hear? Is it thank you for clipping Smug, but also no.
There's some distortions in there, ain't there?
Oh my god.
I knew you would sense them. Invite him to talk more about this failure of his.
I'll do my
Okay.
best. Now hold on just a minute,
Sir.
there, Cowpoke. I've heard you talk a lot about failure.
My lawyer when the judge is accusing me of murder. Nuh-uh.
But it sure sounds to me like you ain't thinking clearly if you think you're a failure.
You're not a failure, sir. You're disqualifying the positive.
I am a realist, that's all.
No, you're not.
Look at me. 400 years of study and still dabbling with leukocytes. I'm saying I am surely the oldest, most well-studied doctor in the world. I should have achieved more than this.
Should statements. Should statements.
Well, who said you should have achieved more?
Licensed therapist.
Isn't it obvious? I should have something to show for 400 years of work.
Licensed. I am licensed.
And what happens if you don't? Absolutely nothing at all.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Well, that's my point. That is not as encouraging as you think it is. Ain't meant to be encouraging, just showing you a little reality. Well, it's all my fault, really. I cannot seem to motivate my scientists to reach the necessary level of dedication. It's always shocking to me how little urgency mortals have around death.
Is that Nosferatu thinking?
Now that I'm addicted to my own drug, I have joined the ranks of mortal celebrities in my utter irrelevance. Come on, Sam, there's some distortions in that whole speech you missed, you dang fool.
I'm sorry.
Tarnation, now I'm labeling.
I thought it would stay.
Hey, Cowpoke, you mind repeating all that? I most certainly do
Okay.
mind, but very well.
Do
Look
it.
at
Say
me.
it again.
400 years of study and still dabbling with leukocytes.
Nosferatu thinking is thinking in black and white. So being like, we have examples. We can't open the examples. Oh wait! Became a vampire after a post-mortem blood transfusion experiment. Now runs a global pharmaceutical research company. Is now concerned that he has developed an addiction to a drug of his own formulation. Suggestion detected a strong irritability on the phone. Investigate Drain's drinking and sleeping habits. Okay. What is it? Nosferatu thinking, if I can't get the best saddle, my butt's gonna break. Ain't no doubt. Either I show up ready to win the rodeo, or I better just not show up. So it's like black or white. It's like thinking to extremes. When it's not that deal. That kind of thing. That's what Nosferatu thinking. Yeah. 400 years of study and still dabbling.
I'm saying I am surely the oldest, most well-studied doctor in the world. I should have achieved more than this.
Okay, can I not click?
Well, it's all my fault,
Oh,
really.
okay.
I cannot seem to motivate my scientists to reach the necessary level of dedication.
I
It's
feel
always shocking to me how little urgency mortals have around death.
like that's kind of a control fallacy. You already did that one. Maybe it's control.
So it's all your fault.
Licensed,
Come up with
bitch!
the perfect synthetic blood.
I am licensed. Hear me
Can't be anyone
roar.
else's fault. Only I have the skill, the knowledge, and the experience.
Yeah, you have baked a lot of things from cookies to impossible cakes. Do you want to know what I have would have burnt? What? Nothing. I've burnt a cake once, I think. I'm not sure actually. Your hands? Oh. I don't think I've really had any like catastrophes with cakes or anything like that, to be honest. Not too badly.
Pardon me for saying so, Doc, but it sounds like what you're doing is pretty dang complicated.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds to me like you're some kind of god if you expect control over life itself. Please, I'm a scientist, not a spiritualist. It is not control I seek, but understanding.
Understanding.
And are you ever gonna have perfect understanding?
I tell you what, because of this cake thing, one day, when I get a better camera that can actually pick up color, I will bake that cake again and you will see the actual color that it was. And then you'll be like, oh, you just didn't burn it this time, but it won't be true. It's different. It's different, man. It's different. You had a lot of catastrophes. Oh, were they like really, really bad? Actually, one time I accidentally set my oven to grill instead of bake and it burnt the top, but that was because it was on grill. So yeah, that was a bad.
No, of course not. I'm not a wizard.
Are you sure about that?
So how about not putting saving the world on one person, Doc? That is a simplification, but I take your point. Now that I'm addicted to my own drug, I have joined the ranks of mortal celebrities in my utter irrelevance.
That is labeling, bitch.
Now, why would you go and label yourself irrelevant?
Labeling.
What else do you call a man who has nothing to show after 400 years? I reckon I'd call him by his given name. Slapping a label on yourself don't do nothing but weigh you down.
I mean, he's got a
Come on, Sam,
point.
there's some distortions in that whole speech you missed, you dang fool.
What?
Tarnation, now I'm labeling. Hey, Cowpoke, you mind repeating all that stuff you just said? I most certainly do mind. Look at me. 400 years of study and still dabbling with leukocytes.
Okay, so that's like, that's disqualifying positives.
I don't know many people
Yeah.
who call working with leukocytes dabbling.
Okay.
I mean, I gotta admit, I have no earthly clue what you're talking about.
Jesus.
So unless you made up all them science terms, I think you might be doing more than playing with a chemistry set.
Okay.
Perhaps. But if we consider all there is to know about blood, I know precious little.
Last week you were making American nachos and I put them on the grill in high and I forgot for a little while when I remember they were, oh no, I've been there. I've done that. I've gotten the t-shirt. It sucks, especially when it was something you were really looking forward to. The other day, and by the other day I mean last week, I haven't poached an egg in so long. And I was like, oh yeah, I've still got some leftover bread. Oh, I'm gonna poach an egg, have it on toast. I'll poach 2 eggs, have it on toast. I poached them, they came out fine. They had a little bit of water on top and I was like, I don't need to like dab that with a cloth or anything. I'm just gonna tip the plate slightly over the sink. And I held the eggs there and the eggs slipped out of my hand, fell into my sink and smashed. I was so fucking sad. I was so sad. I just looked at them in the sink and I was like, I'm so stupid. I labeled myself. Poached eggs are really hard. It took me ages to get poached eggs right. So long. It was definitely RIP eggs.
But you know something. Yes, I concede I might know something about blood. I would hope so after 400 years. You still got more knowledge about blood than most, whether it's been 4 years or 400 years, amigo.
Licensed.
Let's get back to what you were saying, though. Oh, well played, Cowpoke. Perhaps I am being a little dramatic.
You are
Yes,
a little?
I'm aware that in reality progress has been made, enough to get to this point. But I didn't come here to ask for a pat on the back and to be told I'm a good boy.
Are you sure about that? Do you have a praise kink? It's fine if you do.
Ain't my department, but I hear they do some of that stuff downstairs.
Licensed! 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 I don't know how that makes me a licensed therapist, but licensed! Oh my god.
Yes, we all know very well that the Continentals are more sexually liberated than we are.
Shit.
But as I say, I don't want all this therapy stuff. I just want to stop using this damn drug.
It doesn't, but carry on. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So what's so good about this stuff anyway? Why do you like it? I'm not certain. I don't remember what happens after I take
Licensed kink master on the other end.
this.
Therapy?
Alive.
Kink master? Same thing, maybe. Maybe I'm a licensed sex therapist. Maybe that's where the middle ground. Maybe.
Well, that don't sound so bad. A good nap can make me feel like a new man. I'm not talking about feeling refreshed. I mean I feel
Ooh.
alive. As if I'm someone else. Someone who lives. And I wake up and find, oh gracious me, I am not depressed.
I mean, fair. That could be addictive.
You mean to tell me that you're going to sleep depressed every night?
Who is it? No, that's a joke. Smashing 2 Ken dolls together does not count as a I'll have you know.
Oh, nothing of the sort.
Oh,
Well,
God.
I'm glad to hear that. You are assuming that I can simply go to sleep and my global scientific enterprise will run itself. Oh, wait just a gosh darn minute. You're telling me you don't sleep?
Oh, that could be his. Oh my God, it's his problem that he just doesn't sleep.
Yes. It's not as though we can get much deader already, and I have work to do.
Sir, you just need a good nap.
So you're not sleeping, and you're always depressed. I think we're starting to get somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, don't be such a bumpkin. If you are a sapient individual, aware of the world around you, depression is the only sensible reaction. It has nothing to do with sleep.
Black and white Nosferatu.
Come on now.
Therapist!
There's a world out there, and different things are depressing to different people.
Therapist. I'm a therapist. Yeah.
Everyone reacts to things differently. Ain't it true that a sensible person, as you call them, might even be a different degree of depressed? Very well, I suppose I might have been using a bit of mild hyperbole. Mild is putting it mildly, Buckaroo. Buckaroo? Now I'm even more depressed. Regardless, I didn't come here to be a whiner. Oh, boo-hoo, life is hard. Yes, we all know it's hard.
Because he's calling himself a whiner, is that labeling or is that disqualifying the It's not disqualifying the positives. I feel like that's labeling. Because he's calling himself a whiner.
Now why'd you say
Therapist!
talking to me makes you a whiner? Is that not what I currently am?
Label him. See, Smug, you have the license as well.
Sounds to me like you're expressing yourself. Whiner is the word you used. Yeah, if you want to call it whining, that's up to you. But that's entirely your label.
I love, this is really random. I love that there's the stained glass around here. It's really nice because the stained glass coming in from there is just like, oh.
Oh, very well, call it moaning or whinging if you prefer. Moaning, whinging, belly aching, still all just labels.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe I shall be using the term belly aching in any case.
He's working late. He's working late or hardly
As
working.
I was saying, in the moments I wake up, I feel free. I suppose it must be what being an ignoramus feels like.
I need help with my therapist. Which one's this? Okay. In the moments I wake up, I feel free. I suppose is what Uranus feels like. So it's not disqualifying the positives. It's not a should statement. Is it Nosferatu thinking again? I don't think it is. Is it? It's not a control one. He's gonna get over it. He just needs to be dramatic first. True. True. He needs to throw his little fit and then he'll be fine. You suppose was... No, it's wrong.
For once in
Help
his
me,
life,
Daddy!
He experiences a positive in feeling and he immediately invalidates it. Perhaps we can simply diagnose him as English.
Okay, okay.
In the moments I wake up, I feel free. I suppose it must be what being an ignoramus feels like.
I didn't completely take it what he said, but that was fucking funny. I brought myself about my morning cup of drama. Needed 10 cc's of drama. Okay.
So you're telling me you feel good when you wake up, and then you call yourself an ignoramus?
Never done that before.
Before you even get a chance to reflect on feeling good, you're insulting yourself.
Never, never.
That's what I like to call disqualifying the positive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm simply stating facts. Stating facts shouldn't impede an argument. What good is that fact doing anyone? It's about as useful as an empty holster.
Yeah.
Lest I somehow forget that you are a cowboy. About this drug.
We get it. You're a cowboy. Stop making it your whole personality. Jeez.
Oh, very well. I suppose I might be discounting my experience. I don't know how to say this, amigo. You really don't like letting yourself be happy.
I mean, does he deserve happiness in that turtleneck? I don't think so.
Honestly, I'm failing to see the problem with taking this stuff. Seems like it's making you get the rest you need and it makes you feel good. What's the problem? First of all, I do not need to rest.
You do.
And partaking of this plasma does have downsides. What kind of downsides?
I feel happy.
I do not know what happens when I partake of the substance. However, when I wake up, I feel refreshed. But I also smell of blood and sex.
So he gets jiggy with it.
Once I even woke up wearing a football jersey. It was most distasteful. I guess you must be having some kind of good time. That is not my idea of a good time.
Are you sure? Oh my god, is he gonna be Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, but vampire? Sounds like it makes you have fun. I mean, it makes him let loose.
I'm Dr. Drain. I am intelligent and worldly, not some ill-bred monster.
Are you okay?
Yep.
Oh, coat hanger. So, Mr. Hyde? Where's Mr.
I
Hyde?
don't go gallivanting into godforsaken places to engage in depraved coitus and the consumption of dirty blood.
I
It
mean,
sounds to me like you're real good at denying yourself things.
also, that said coitus. It's coitus, isn't it? I swear it's coitus. I don't know.
Well, I should be better at it.
Well, could that be a should statement? I think it is, Bobby. Bobby, don't drown yourself, sweetie. That's Guppy's job. Good girl.
You know, Doc, a wise old vampire recently told me something I'm about to tell you.
License. Let's go. You said the same thing twice. I mean,
You keep talking about the things you should be doing. You, compadre, are shoulding all over yourself.
I was thinking, what when you said that? Well, it's what you do. It's what you do.
Oh, well, that is vivid, isn't it?
When you just go
Now
like,
adding context to my already considerable list of faults.
you are the moil. You are the moil. You're the moil. You're the moil. It's beautiful. But you're not the moil. But like, I imagine the moil ever since we got the moil as being you. It's fine. You did it for the moil guest star. You had to. You had to.
I'm being serious. I'm listening to you tell me I should be doing this, and I shouldn't be doing that. But who gave you all them shoulds and shouldn'ts?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It shouldn't matter, should it? I've been dead for over 400 years.
So
It's
many
the older
shoulds.
stuff that sticks with us, amigo. We all got traumas.
Mm-hmm. And they always come, like, right before you go to sleep. Right as you're going to sleep, you'll just remember something and be like, why the fuck did I remember that? Why? Why? Why?
Heck, we're dead, man. That's traumatic no matter what. What we gotta start with is you. You've been through a lot. Don't rope yourself up so tight.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, we're doing good work already, I know it.
That's your session for today.
Now, let's not push too hard. I would really like you to think about where all them shoulds are coming from before we meet again.
That'll be $500, thank you.
And be good to yourself, alright, partner? Don't feel like you gotta go cold turkey on that plasma stuff. Yes, well, all the same, I'd rather not do it at all.
Yeah, but you can take a little sip every
Is that
now and
actually
then.
gonna happen, though? It might. You're dipping into it tonight, aren't you? I was thinking about it.
Because you spend your whole day distracted by work or media, and your bed is the only time you get, you get time for yourself to process life. So of course that's when it hits. That makes sense. That makes sense. Like, it's the only time it can hit because you're not constantly being distracted by everything. When you've got your 2 screens on or 3, like, what was it? Fucking, I said it to Ian, I think it was yesterday, because he was sitting there. He was listening to an audiobook, had Pal World on one screen and another game on the other screen, and I was just like, yeah, let's go. All the distractions, all of them. You don't need any more than that. Like, it's great. I do it there as well.
All right, partner. Just give yourself a little compassion. That's all I'm asking. I'll admit, you've given me some things to think about. Not pleasant ones, mind. You can handle it, partner. You're way smarter than I am.
Yeah, you are, Draco, Harry, Malfoy, Potter.
Yes, well, that is certainly true. Very well. I shall do some reflecting, inasmuch as our kind can reflect. I shall see you in precisely 4 weeks, then. Farewell, son.
Good.
Masterfully done, Samuel.
Yay.
Any less pleased.
That was
Yay.
a hell of a rush. That fella's holding on tighter than a holster to a gunslinger's hip. It felt real good to help him look at himself a little more kindly.
Good, Samuel. Treasure this feeling. But also rest. Go downstairs, get something to drink, relax in your coffin.
I wonder if it would just be Nosferatu playing again or another vampire film. I like the same. It's pretty good.
Next week you shall see a new client. I think they will be an interesting challenge for you. I bid you good evening, Samuel. Rest in peace.
I like the fact that it's got voice acting in it, and I also like the fact that they worked with actual therapists, so you're actually using things, and it's like, you know, taking apart people's. I like it. I like
You
it.
too, Andy.
Thanks, Andy. Love you.
Well, I guess it's time I got me some grub.
Let's go suck on some nicks.
My first client. Can't believe I'm doing this therapy stuff already. Sure could use a drink. I'll check in with Crimson.
Hey, Crimson.
Well, if it isn't Yosemite Sam, how you doing tonight, partner?
It gives you Ace Attorney feelings. Maybe I'd like Ace Attorney then. I was like, anytime I've looked at it, I've been like, would I like that? I don't know if I would.
Better already hearing from someone from the States who knows the lingo.
I'm not from any states, cowpoke. District of Columbia girl here.
I figured you must have been coastal. You sound a little more polished than I do.
I'm just a simple country vampire.
You should hear my German.
Oh, maybe some other time. My brain's full tonight. I had my first therapy session with a real client.
Oh yeah? How do you think it went?
Pretty well, kind of, from the fact that, you know, I could turn back time and shit. It was great.
I reckon it was a bullseye on my end. You should have seen me. Labeling, blam, disqualifying the positive, kapow.
I'm glad to hear it. Someone has got to sort these vamps out. They know how to hold on to their problems.
You ain't kidding. Living or dead, once people hit 70, they get pretty dang set in their ways.
You know Andy still uses a typewriter? I can't get that gorgeous man to see the light.
There's nothing wrong with using a typewriter. It makes a really nice clacking sound.
Keep it up, cowboy. You're a breath of fresh air for these ancient ones.
Anyone ever tell you you're wise beyond your years, Crimson? You must have had some life.
Afraid I'm exactly as wise as my years. How old do you think I am, cowboy?
Oh god, don't make me actually guess. Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't want to fall for the trap. I'm not going to fall for the trap. Typewriters force you to disallow typos. Like, yeah.
I'm gonna do the gentlemanly thing and not hazard a guess.
I hate it when everyone's like, guess my age. Guess where I'm from. I don't fucking know. I'm as good at reading people as I am at reading bloody Arabic. I can.
You would have gotten it wrong anyway. I'm 50 years young.
Girl. Ma'am. Dang. She 50? I know it's a drawing, but still. Bang.
50? I died around that age and I looked like shit. But you ain't a vampire.
Like I told you, I'm Andy's blood partner. He shares his blood with me too.
Oh,
Just
okay.
not enough to turn me into one of you.
But you, yes, okay.
I've been 30 for a good while now.
But you ain't joining our team? Sounds like a story.
Not for tonight, buckaroo. I bet you're thirsty after a big night. Andy told me to give this to you.
What is
Oh
it?
yeah, what is it?
Ooh.
We had a group of Americans come in last week who donated their blood. Andy can't stand the stuff. He says the blood glucose levels are too high, but he thought you'd appreciate it.
Get that sugar in him. Go for it.
Oh, it ain't so bad. I gotta ask though, what does Andy's blood taste like?
We're gonna taste Andy's blood one day.
To me, it tastes like life itself, cowboy.
I ain't sure I understand.
Never you mind. Look, Tex, I've got some customers to serve, so go enjoy your juice, okay?
Okay.
Of course, I'm keen to get some rest anyway. You have yourself a fine night, Crimson.
Let me click. Let me click. I click.
There he is.
Oh,
my
we're
incredible
back.
Protege.
Hey.
Come on now, I have no idea what I'm doing.
This is, I know obviously we've paused and talked and like spent a lot of the time distracted and everything, but this is actually a pretty long demo. Like,
Evidence
damn.
stands against that reasoning, my friend. Do we need to talk about disqualifying the positive again?
No.
All right, I get it. I guess I've been muddling through okay.
You've been doing wonderfully. I hope you are ready for a bit of a challenge tonight.
Do we have another
Your
one?
next client has been known to be somewhat difficult.
We have another client?
Look at her intake form.
Isabella Deste. Dang. She's got some
Okay.
funny taste in hats.
Okay. She's 550. She's from the Renaissance period.
I think
Okay.
you should get along quite well then.
Walked right into that one.
Ha.
Isabella is not your average vampire. She was once the powerful matriarch of one of the most influential families in Europe. She
Ooh.
fraternized with popes and kings, and she also wielded great power over the art world. Some say that she was the model for the Mona Lisa.
Okay. Oh, have a good nap. Have a good nap.
One of them highfalutin types, huh? I don't think she's gonna like me much.
I want to read about her. Let me read about her. Okay. Was a key figure in the Italian Renaissance, funding the work of Leonardo da Vinci. Okay. She comes from a higher structural background. She states that she is undergoing an existential immortality crisis, suggesting that her life and unlife have both been meaningless. Okay. Okay. There's an ad. Why is it going now? It didn't tell me it was gonna go. It didn't tell me it was gonna. Fuck you, man. I hate it when it does that. Just give me warning. Give me a warning, man. Oh my goodness.
She is as human as any of us, Samuel. I already know you will find a way to relate with her.
Can't relate.
If you say so.
Remember, you can always seek my advice if you feel lost. You are not alone.
You are not
But
alone.
I hear the beating of elegant wings. Breathe, Samuel.
Okay.
And do be polite.
Right, we're gonna be formal. We're gonna be formal.
Goodness.
Oh,
So
damn.
you are the new therapist Andromachos told me of. I was not expecting someone so rugged.
Hey, ma'am.
Sam Walls at your service, ma'am.
Hello?
You are a therapist.
Maybe.
Well, that's what I'm here for, ma'am.
Enough with this, ma'am. I am not running a whorehouse. You may call me Senora.
Okay, damn. Alright. Alright. Oh, God, which one's the less? Oh, Senor. Let's go for that one.
All right, Senora.
Senora? Must you assault my ears with your Neolithic grunting?
There were no good options. Also, her face right now is great. I love her nose. It's like, boom.
I'm doing the best I can.
Then speak properly. Repeat after me. Senora.
Senora.
Signora.
Oh, God.
Senora. Senora.
Signora?
Porca miseria. This is not going to be easy, is it?
Oh, no.
Therapy ain't never easy, Senora.
We got it right.
So, therapy is always easy then.
I said it ain't never easy, Senora.
Yeah, but you did a double negative.
Is therapy easy or is it not?
It's a double negative.
Not, I guess.
Oh, how are we to examine my inner demons if your own speech is so diabolical?
Miserable pig? Oh, no. That's what the translation was. Damn.
You know what? Let's start over. Greetings and salutations, Senora. I am most honored to receive you in my humble office.
Very well. I
She's
suppose it
pleased.
will do.
She could whip him into shape.
I'm just here to help, Senora. It says here on your intake forms that you've been having a tough time lately.
A tough time. Indeed, yes, it has been a tough time. The realization that not only am I a corpse, but that I have been a useless corpse for nearly 400 years is a tough time.
You could not be
So what's
useless.
it off this feeling that you're a corpse?
I saw a film at the cinema.
Oh, it's never good.
Hey, I love the cinema.
Bomb with her over movies, bomb with her over actors, bomb with her over Hollywood glamour. Hollywood glamour. I think she would like the glamour. Or is she going to be better than the glamour? I over movies because she likes the art. So it'll be the art.
Well, not many of our kind are movie buffs. What are some of your favorite films?
I feel like because she likes art.
I would hesitate to say favorite, but there are some films that are more acceptable than others.
Because she did the Renaissance and she like encouraged that. Like, yeah.
For instance, Beneath the Velvet Dusk or In Search of Sadness are engaging explorations of the mortal condition.
Oh, I ain't heard of them. You ever seen The Three Stooges?
Oh god.
Vulgarity. I
Oh,
do not
no.
waste my time with such nonsense. Alas, these Stooges 3 would be preferable to the abomination I saw at
What
the
did you
cinema
see?
That made me realize just how dead I am.
Is it gonna be like Twilight? Is it gonna be Twilight? It's gonna be Twilight, isn't it?
It was a most terrible film, one that shook me to my core. The pain of it lingers with me still 5 years later.
What is it gonna be? Vampire Diaries.
Well, movies can be pretty powerful. Heck, I remember seeing one of the first films. There was a train coming right for the audience. We thought we were dead for sure.
You know, that's a myth that everybody ran out of. That didn't actually happen. It's just like it was how it was described in an article talking about the first film, and it was just boosted up to be like, like people didn't actually run out screaming thinking that the train was coming at them. That's a myth.
This film was not powerful, it was meaningless. It said nothing, did nothing, less than nothing, as loudly and garishly as possible. And the audience, fools that
They
they
cheered?
were, cheered, applauded this desecration of the mind.
Was it one of the Fast and Furious movies?
I hate this film with all my being, for it has done the cruelest thing. It has revealed the dark truth. This life that I cling to has no purpose.
But there's freedom in that.
Dang, what the heck was this movie?
Space Wars. Rise of the Spacewalker.
Like they're not that bad. They're not. It wasn't that bad. Oh my god! Like,
Wait a minute. Space Wars, the big science fiction franchise?
Yes, I believe it is important to understand modern media diets.
fair. I'm with her there. It wasn't that bad that it made you question your morality and say like life is meaningless and you're a corpse. Like, was it stupid that they brought some people back? Yeah, it was stupid. But not that bad.
But that's the movie that gave you your personal crisis?
Mind your tone. Do not think me a fool. I know it was not high art.
I've seen there's a TikTok and it's Darth Vader and it's Obi-Wan, but they've layered over the audio of a dude being like, "Come here, you," and then like Obi-Wan smacks Darth Vader, and then they just shape the camera pointing at Darth Vader being there like, "Oh goddamn, same shit, different day," and I love it so much. It's so funny. It was better than anything Disney have done with Star Wars in like the past fucking 5 years. It was beautiful. Like, oh, I loved it. It was great. Oh,
But the money it made, it would make even the Pope blush. This stinking trash. This is what the people want. You see, I
Oh.
understand now. My attempts to infuse art with meaning were pointless. All that I am, all that I ever was, is dead.
I feel like that is Nosferatu thinking.
You don't seem that dead to me. We're having this conversation, ain't we? You ain't just lying there decomposing.
T H E fuck R A P. I can't do it. Surprised they've given out like 5 encounters for us to do. It's crazy. The last 5 years of Star Wars were not particularly great, so I believe, right? Like, I'm trying. I'm trying to spell therapist, okay?
It is no different. I might as well be rotting in the ground.
Then go do it.
I think
Don't
you might
bluff.
get pretty bored.
What are you waiting for?
Are you getting smart with me, boy?
Have you watched the new Fallout? You should watch that. That was pretty good.
Look, I'm just talking facts. If you're saying all you are is dead, I think you might be doing some Nosferatu thinking. It ain't black and white. You're here. But let's go back to what you were saying.
If you're criticizing art this much, why don't you make it? You can cause change. You have money. You have knowledge. You have power. Put it to use. That would be my advice.
Once, I elevated art, and all the world benefited. Why have I lost my power to elevate art now?
Is that labeling or control? She tried as her point. Yeah. That's... Oh wait, hang on. Why have I lost my power to elevate art now? Is that control or is that... Because it's not disqualifying positives. I think it's control.
All the world benefited?
Fuck yeah!
There's a lot of people and they got a lot of different preferences.
Therapy.
You can't get them all, can you?
But I
Like
could
Pokemon.
Once upon a time.
You can't reach everybody, Senora. I hadn't even heard of the Mona Lisa until about 1911.
Did you have any schooling whatsoever?
Nope.
No, I didn't. But I don't think anyone in my time knew about the Mona Lisa either.
Oh, how wonderful. You add to my despair.
I'm saying you can't reach everyone, even in your own time.
You are not a god.
That is true. I doubt the rabble had much of an opinion about the so-called great masters.
Is this game essentially just going to be us telling vampires they're not gods? I think so. I think so.
We only know what we know. But you were saying.
It was all for nothing. What good was guiding Da Vinci when they sell the Mona Lisa on beer coasters?
Ooh. That's disqualifying, right? I feel like that's disqualifying.
Come on now.
Fuck
Just
yeah.
because the Mona Lisa's been on a coaster doesn't mean that's all it's ever been for.
I'm so smart. People are just like Pokemon. There's a lot of different ones. Yeah, and then I just put the name. I never knew why the Mona Lisa was so important until like a couple years ago. Like what made it more than just, you know, like, oh, it's just a painting of a lady. I didn't know that like it was the first time like it was the proper like actual muscles and all of it of a human, and the perspective and everything was just like done properly for the first time. Like I didn't know that. I was just like, I don't get the hype, but I didn't know about it, so it wasn't. I thought it was. I thought it was the first time that it was properly like it was stolen. Scandal. That's the hype up. So I can go back to feeling like no hype, but okay, cool. Damn. France, take it from here. I just like, it does make me laugh. I always thought it was a bigger painting, but then again, I always think the like famous paintings are bigger for some reason. It's like the, oh shit. What's the layered painting technique? I thought it was all about like the techniques that we used. The Japanese painting of the wave, you know, the famous one. I thought that was huge. It's like the size of a fucking monitor. It's so small. I was like, what? Why is this so baby? Why is this so tiny? And it was a huge scandal. So was it stolen for publicity? Publicity stunt? What? Guys, we gotta get hype around this painting. Steal it. Because even Picasso was interrogated. Really? And they were roommates. What? Okay, that's actually scandal. I want to watch a program about it.
I think you might be downplaying just what an impact you've had on the world.
I genuinely thought it was because of all, like, you know, first face, muscles, all that kind of, like, perspective thing. That kind of thing. Hi! You okay? You good? Has Daddy locked you out of the bedroom? Go tell him he's a bad person. Don't say that. It was disgruntled Louvre Guardian Oh, from Italy they took it and essentially disappeared for a few years? Damn! Scandal!
The world needs no help from me to reduce my life's efforts to cheap commodities.
So just because something gets printed on a t-shirt, that cancels out everything that's good about it?
I mean, I think it's compound effect. Paintings don't become famous just because of that. So yeah, like adding up,
Yes, that is exactly what it does.
bit of both.
And I thought I was good at disqualifying the positive.
It should not be so. Art should have meaning, purpose. Beauty should expose truth.
Should statement!
You're saying art should have meaning and purpose, but does all art need those things?
I mean, how do you, like some art I don't appreciate, but like at the same time, like it's art is just meant to make you feel, isn't it? Like it's just there. It's just got to exist. Its purpose is to exist. The writers of the 19th century aroused interest in the Mona Lisa, but the theft of the painting in 1911. Oh, so that brought worldwide attention to it. Ah, okay, so it is like a kind of wash. Like before, people were like, this neat painting. Art is art, whether it's got meaning, purpose, or not. Truth. I've looked at some art and been like, huh? But it doesn't make it any less art. Like...
What is the purpose of creation otherwise?
I only understood aroused when Lisa bought. I mean, what? Oh my god.
How about if I just like doodling? Ain't that a good enough reason to draw?
It is a pointless reason.
Well, maybe I want to do something pointless. All I'm saying is that I don't have the same shoulds you do.
Considering we know for sure Leonardo's pictures that he put a brush on 1 or under 20. Hang on. Really? Oh, damn. This is like saying the whole purpose like thing is like the people who say you need to have like your whole life is about having a career versus the people who just want to live and just exist. Like they don't want to become a legend, they just want to exist, you know? Be happy, simple things, legit. You know, only a few. Okay, so that's partly why, because it's one of a few.
Perhaps you should.
I think I'd be happier if I was a legend. Yeah, but you'd also know, because now why am I thinking about you talking about pooping gold again? That's never gonna leave my brain. God damn it, Flo. God damn it.
But I don't. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
Which is speak like a peasant.
Heck, that's what I am, Senora. Ain't nothing gonna change that reality. Let's get back to what you were saying.
See, you can't say that only Leonardo painted them fully, as it was a common practice to have the apprentice do a lot of the bulk. So the apprentice was there like, I can't even put my name on it. Your brain holds wisdom that the average human can never comprehend. I can't, my brain struggles with comprehending it that much that it just keeps bringing it back to the front. That's what it does.
But it seems I am just a dead woman. A walking corpse who is not worth listening to. I should walk into the sun.
Oh, Jesus. You're labeling yourself.
Now why have you gotta go and call yourself names?
Girl. That's how Leonardo started? Oh, he was an apprentice. Everybody's an apprentice.
They are not names, they are my reality. I am a dead woman, and I am a corpse, am I not?
Is that all you are?
This is how I am defined by the world.
Yeah, but you are not what the world defines you as.
Seems to me you're the one using them names. Hell, I think I'd be a little afraid of calling you a corpse.
As you should be. Allow me to continue.
And they drew dicks on the back of the canvases. That was my favorite thing. The one time I went to Italy, which was like a school trip, and we went around Pompeii, and there were dicks carved on the walls, and I was like, yeah. I was like, I just love it when you go back into like wherever you go, There's some form of like dick carved into something. Or someone saying like thingy was here. This is humanity, yeah. We've always wanted to just mark our territory / draw a wiener. That's all we want in life.
You know, you make me sound rather mad. Like an old woman railing at the world, screaming into the void, all to no purpose.
Look, Senora, all I'm trying to do is show you where you're a little rigid in your thinking is all.
We could make her a little non-rigid. What?
You're expecting a lot from the world and a lot from yourself. It ain't no surprise that you're gonna be disappointed over and over again.
Mm-hmm. That was actually kind of like social media back in the days. What, being on the, like, putting on the walls and stuff like that. I'm not saying the Mona Lisa isn't a good painting, but it's only an omnipresence in public consciousness because of that, because of the theft. Yeah, so if it hadn't have been stolen, it wouldn't be everyone's. Yeah, I can see that. I can see it. It brought it all together. Brought it all together now.
I suppose that is some insight.
How dare you slag off the Mona Lisa part? She's right here.
I was 16.
I've been in a state of disappointment from the moment I was 16. Girls, kind of snap.
What happened when you were 16?
I got married.
Ooh. Ooh. You see the life bride, that one scene with the gods. Oh, that's such a good scene. That's such a good one. I love that one. Oh my god. Because when it's John Cleese being there like, no, it's a noun. Proper. Oh, fucking. Oh, it's so funny. The fact that it's 9/11 theft also. It's still a recent event. It's crazy. Actually, half of her name, Leonardo's death, was on my birthday. You are connected. The universe has connected you. And yeah, so you can, yeah. I don't even know.
I think I get it.
I'm still traumatized by thank goodness you were here. You're here, or whatever it was.
You absolutely do not get it. You are a man.
Well then, help me understand.
Frankie, my husband. He taught me the meaning of disappointment.
Could he not find a certain spot that has the letter G? Could he not find some areas? Could he not? Did he not believe that some things existed?
He taught me the world was built upon lies. These things men proclaim as values. Truth, beauty, the spiritual. They were all fiction. But if men did not live according to principle, I would. I would set the example and shame them.
Shame Bell. I think she had 400 years to get around that. But still, it may have left a lasting impression, you know? Trauma.
Yet, what a fool I have been to think humanity had greater aims.
So, what's this greater aim you're talking about?
Shame. Shame.
I received a humanist education as a child. I was taught that the pathway to God was through rationality and a questioning mind, not slavish devotion to tradition. This world is not Eden, but it could be. Or so I thought.
I feel like you would do bad scientists, like, experiment things for the greater good. Yeah.
So you're talking about a literal pathway to God?
No, fool. A pathway to godliness. To live according to our nature.
You should go where you're do it. Stretch their legs. Do it. Do it. You'll feel better after you do it. Go get that dopamine. To live according to the natures of true natures. You mean being a nudist? You mean being a vampire? You mean being Italian? I want to say nudist.
You mean being nudists?
An utterly disgusting and prurient notion. Genitalia should be covered at
Why?
all times.
It's natural. Imagine being Italian. God. I know none of my Italian family. My Italian family is my dad's side of the family. I know none of them. I have zero connection to being Italian at all. But every time I remember it, I'm like, oh shit, yeah. Oh shit.
Oh boy, you sound like a politician from my home state.
Then your politicians are very wise.
I ain't so sure about that.
They are at least sensible enough to know the purpose of the penis is procreation, not exhibition.
But what about helicoptering? That's an exhibition in itself. Like, come on.
Such a thing is not in God's image.
I'm sure God would helicopter.
Will, talk to me about this pathway to God. How do you reckon we find this path?
Use his hands while talking. Oh, complains that the food isn't done in the proper way. Shouts about anything that isn't their way.
I reckon nothing. I've always known that we can find our way back to God by fulfilling our human potential to be the greatest souls possible.
God damn. Okay. Right. That feels like Nosferatu thinking, because thinking black and white. Or Control. Always known that we can find our way back to God by fulfilling our human potential to be the greatest souls possible. That's kind of Nosferatu, but Control. Control.
You really think we got that much control, Senora?
I did it. I did it.
All we gotta do is be perfect.
I
We've got
fucking
our
did
pathway
it.
to the Almighty.
Yes, it seems quite clear to me.
Senora, if that's how it is, it ain't no wonder you ain't forgiving yourself or anyone for the slightest mistakes.
Oh, goodness.
I would ask myself if anyone really has that much control. But keep talking.
They all just have, like, control, God complex, that kind of thing. Like,
I have always known we must master ourselves and our baser instincts. Virtue must triumph over vice.
okay, I feel like that is... That's... Nosferatu? No?
You know there have been many entities over time that have tried to control humanity.
Control
They have all
again?
failed, and the Signora would do well to remember it.
Is it Control again?
I have always known we must master ourselves and our baser instincts. Virtue must triumph over vice.
Like,
You've been around
Yeah.
a while, Senora. In all that time, when have we mastered ourselves and our baser instincts?
Not a single day. Men especially have no bottom to their depravity.
no, they just have no bottom. That's it. Nothing else. I've lived 500 years. I should be more than whatever is going to be a common thing. Oh, yeah. True. Very true. Because unless you're like, you know, completely full of yourself, most people don't constantly like, oh, I should be doing more. I should be more. Yeah.
All right, fair enough. So us fellas have disappointed you every day for a few hundred years, right? Ain't that proof that nothing you do is gonna change that?
An evil thought, Mr. Sam Walls, but true, I concede.
Do you just not like men? Because if that's the case, then I feel like Sam, you guys should just hang out more.
We're in agreement then. It's a little bit of a control fallacy to think that's gonna change because of you. Well, let's keep going.
I have always known that the earthly lives we lead are disgusting, and only war and death can come of them.
Okay, that's gotta be Nosferatu.
Hold up just a
Yeah.
sec there, cowpoke. You really think all we can do is sow death and destruction?
I do not poke cows. Do I look like a farmer?
Yes, a very decorative farmer.
Come on, Senora. You've been alive to see what? 15, 20 billion people live and die? You really saying death and destruction is all each and every one of them ever amounted to?
What about the art that you helped create?
Well, perhaps not individually, but as an immortal, I look at the greater arc of history.
And you're missing the small things. What is it they say? A person is great, but people suck? Something like that? I don't
Most
know.
of us ain't looking to contribute to the greater arc of history, but that don't mean life's pointless. That's some Nosferatu thinking, I'll tell you what. But let's continue.
I have always known the people have become fat and lazy, and living within the Garden of Eden is impossible in such a state.
That's labeling, but you're not labeling yourself.
Sounds
But
to
I
me
did
like you're
it.
coming up with labels for kicking people out of the Garden of Eden.
Yeah. You got a god complex. Like, please stop. You're not God.
Is that all we amount to? Fat and lazy?
Look around your own country, boy. Look at me. See my disgusting rolls.
Oh,
and
honey.
saggy features.
Oh, honey. Isabella.
Would you let me into the Garden of Eden?
Yes. I'd let you frolic. She's Catholic. Oh, I've solved it. She's Catholic, self-hating, like...
Well, sure, why the heck not?
Exactly. You could come into the Garden of Eden. I'd let you. It'd be chill.
I am glad you are not the gatekeeper then.
Why? Don't you want to come in?
You rather have a gatekeeper who wouldn't let you in? Listen, Senora, you gotta go easy on yourself with them labels.
Gotta be easy. Easy like Sunday morning.
Well, let's keep talking, though.
I have always known we should act with dignity if we would take our place at God's side.
Oh
once
my
more.
god, she really is Catholic, isn't she? Should.
I think this here's the meat of it, Senora. The filet mignon.
The filet mignon.
I fear your French is even worse than your Italian.
Oh my god.
Here's the thing, Senora. Who came up with all them shoulds that'll take you to God?
People who are trying to control you. People who are trying to put you down so you work harder for them and then they get all the benefits from it. That's what happened. Hurt by that sentence. What? Is it not filet mignon? Filet mignon.
Why, the greatest thinkers of history that I studied in my youth. Plato, Aristotle.
Have you heard?
Cicero, Aquinas.
Have you heard about them being able to read the scrolls from Pompeii? Like, they read one that was about, finding out how Plato died. Like, he was listening to a flute, like, on the last day, and, like, he was listening to a servant play the flute on his last night alive, and, like, I think he got stabbed by, like, the servant girls. I don't know, but either way, like, they can read the scrolls now. They're starting to read it. It's so cool. I was like, what the fuck? How cool is that? History baller. I don't know how they were doing it, but it's pretty fucking cool.
Sounds like a bunch of dead guys to me. They really had it all figured out way back when, huh?
Well, of course not. How foolish do you think me?
Not at all, Senora. Just questioning where all them shoulds are coming from. But let's keep going.
So you think you are so very clever, do you, boy?
Yes.
That by pointing out my distortions, you have won.
Yes.
That is where you are truly the fool. I already know how wrong I have been, that I have been chasing an impossible fiction all my life.
But it's hard to come to terms with it.
Indeed, I now believe that even if we did follow the pathway to God, once we reach the end, we would discover that he, too, was a work of fiction. When I say God, I mean goodness, propriety, intelligence. God himself is a lie.
Oh shit. Self-awareness isn't always a good thing, babe. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I see. So you've lost your faith.
Yes, it has crumbled to dust, much like myself in this fat, wretched old body.
Hun.
Beauty and truth are lies. Ideas developed by ugly men to justify their existence.
I mean, no and yes, but like no.
While we occupy ourselves chasing those ideals, they create space wars to leech our money and our vitality.
I don't know that they had the details right. Oh yeah, but like that being like the story that was told. But still, I don't think it's accurate at all. But like, that's just really fucking cool. Like, I'm not saying it was his diary, but that being like the paper's version. While you worry they make stuff. Yeah, they just pummel us with stuff saying how wrong we are and imperfect we are, that we have to change ourselves, while giving us things to spend our money on. That's media, baby. Baby.
And to think they call me judgmental.
Capitalism,
I created
bitch.
the false ideal to judge against. You don't think I'm judgmental, do you, boy?
I do. I do. Which is a win for them. Go make make stuff. Do it. You're doing nothing but judging. You're doing nothing but judging.
I wouldn't put it that way exactly. Besides, I ain't gonna call you names. In fact, that's where I think I want to challenge you.
Ooh.
Senora, I think the person you're judging more than anyone is yourself. I know you got raised with all them high ideals, so of course you're getting disappointed when nobody can reach them.
Mm-hmm.
That's some heavy pressure, not just on them, but on yourself. I'd ask yourself what all that pressure's doing for you. Is it bringing you any satisfaction?
It's gonna bring you a stroke. That's what it's gonna bring you.
We can't always control what things are gonna be.
This is not acceptable.
Control.
I got some bad news for you, Senora. None of us really has the power to change the world on our own. Not even a clever lady like yourself. I suggest we start working on ways of helping you find a way to accept the world for what it is.
But the world is base and unworthy.
On, like, the
Remember
world.
that term I told you about? Nosferatu thinking?
It's
You're gonna strip all the color out of the world if you keep doing that.
I think this is actually like to get real for a second. With all like this shit that's been happening in the world lately, I have found it at some points really hard to be like, oh, there are no positives with what, like we were saying earlier about how everything is kind of in its own version of shit at the moment. Just some things are less shit than the other. Anytime I like turn anything on, like it's like it's been hard to see what good there is when you see so much bad shit and you're just there like, oh, and I've like had moments where I've been like, fucking hell, like what's the point? What's the point even? But like, you know, it's just it's kind of, I've almost stopped looking at like the bigger things, not all of them, but I've had to stop looking at some of them because it was just getting me so down, especially when it's stuff that's like completely out of your control and you cannot do anything about it, like actively in that moment. And it's like, whoa. So yeah, like get her on that. I get her, my dude. I get her.
The world's a lot more than just base and unworthy.
Nosferatu thinking.
There's a reason why I don't watch the news.
I'm not used to having my own thoughts thrown back at me.
I don't watch the news anymore. I get my news, but I don't actively sit down and watch like the whole, if that makes sense. Like I look up my stuff, but I don't, because it's really depressing. And yeah, you should stay informed and everything, but there's staying informed and there's fucking, it feels like self-harm almost watching some of the stuff on the news. I read news for my job, international news, mostly about catastrophes, war and murders. This is why we bundle you, Perk. This is why we bundle you. I need to put the ball down. I need to put the ball down, and I need to stop throwing the ball. I need to stop.
Well, that's why you're here, ain't it? I ain't gonna help you change the world, Senora. All I can do is help you find some other perspectives.
I suppose there is a certain simpleton's wisdom in the way you speak.
Look at her smile a little bit. She's smiling.
Thanks, I guess.
It brings me comfort in some capacity, the fact that my country ain't the worst. I get that. You could be like, everything's shit, but at least it's not there, like that.
Very well, boy. I will consider what you have said. We will meet again in exactly 4 weeks. Do we have an understanding?
Yeah, also you look banging. You're really pulling off all that, like, it's good.
Yes, indeed, Senora.
Ugh. Please learn to speak properly by then.
Well done, Samuel.
Hi!
I believe you handled Senora Deste quite well.
Thank you.
You kidding? That lady straight up hates my guts.
Samuel, if Isabella Deste hated your guts, she would not be shy about telling you so.
So she doesn't hate me.
That I believe.
Older we get, the harder it is to gain a different perspective. Have patience. We are not all as wise as Samuel Walls.
Guess it's just that simpleton's wisdom, as the Senora called it.
Do not adopt her labels, Samuel. I will not stand for it.
Oh no, tell us how good we are. Just do it. Just tell us that we're cool, please. Please.
I know she was a challenge, but you rose to it as I knew you would. I think you deserve a night of hard drinking. What do you say?
Yeah.
You don't need to tell me twice.
His name is I think it's Sam Wallace. Or is it Walls?
All right, Andy. I'll see you later then.
Indeed, Samuel. Enjoy yourself.
I've been very
Excellent
distracted.
work tonight.
Thank you.
Rest in peace.
I still love the fact they say that. We did it! Like, drink from lots of goth snacks. Learn mindfulness meditation. Sit in chairs made by famous carpenters, deities. Treat a historical child actor. Who's that gonna be? And much more. Yay! Vampire Therapist. That was it. I need to look at when it comes out. I'm not completely sure. Let's have a look. Yes, we want to exit. That was really good. I liked it. Let's have a look. 18th of July. That's coming out 18th of July, so really close. Damn. I enjoyed that one. It was longer than I thought it was going to be. Me, I'm the child actor, as in I routinely act like a child. Oh, therapist's name is Wolves. I like it, because the wolves have ears. I see what you was doing there. I see. That one was good. I like that.